Cosmic OGB, Mala up in the building. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all for coming back, tuning in, for being so supportive. And all of my newbies, subscribers, members, thank you for being in the building, okay? Tuning into the channel and all that good stuff, like supporting me, loving on me hard. Thank you. Love you guys. And I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Happy Friday. All right, you guys, we're about to be tapping into your zodiac sign collective read, okay? So we want to know what's going on, okay? This is going to be like all signs, not necessarily sign specific. So it's a collective reading, what spirit wants you to know at this time, okay? So it's going to be cute, short, and sweet. If you'd like to book a personal reading to get any more further details, you can always book with me. The link is in the description box below. Let's get straight into prayer, all right? Thank you, God, Source, Creator, Ancestors, and Angels, for everything that you do for me in the collective on a daily. All the love, the sustenance, the abundance, the peace, the harmony, the grace, the balance, the protection. For I'm nothing without everything with you. At this time, I ask that you cleanse my space, my mind, body, soul, and spirit of any low vibrational energies or entities that do not belong here. Only that of the highest white light is allowed in this space. Anything low vibrational is commanded to leave out. Thank you, God, Source, Creator, Ashe, for all that you do for me in the collective on the daily. For we are nothing without, we are everything with you. So glory be to the Most High, forever, never, never, Ashe. And so it is. All right. So we're going to be getting into what spirit wants you to know right now, okay? Collective. Usually we do a lot of like collective, like chosen one woo-woo reads, but I think I'm going to do like a collective, like just in general, like when it comes to love and finances and spirituality, okay? So we're going to look at all three of those things. This live stream might be like an hour and a half, so just a heads up, if you have a good hour or two with me, I'm going to be time stamping when we start love, career, and spirituality, okay? This is a collective reading for all the signs. You can drop your zodiac sign and stuff like that, but it's not going to be zodiac sign specific, okay? It's going to be for all the signs as a collective, okay? So that's what I have going on here on this live stream, okay? So tune in and like the video if you're interested. And if you guys are new here, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to my new subscribers and my members once again. I love you guys so much. Y'all really clocking it. Y'all really coming in heavy on them. All right, so definitely keep that energy, keep that same energy. All right, so let's get into it. Let's start off with love, okay? We're going to do love, career, and then spirituality. What spirit wants you to know about love right now, okay? So we're going to tap into some love cards for the collective. What is going on with love when it comes to the collective? What's the messages around love and romance for the collective? Hi, Rosa. We got Nessie, Janita, Alea, Mexi Queen. Good to see you guys back. Thank you for being here. Happy Friday. We got Jessica, Shamika, Amanda, Crystal, Barrientos. Miss Barrientos is in the building. All right, let's see what's going on in love and romance, okay? I know the live stream was lit last night, like when we did the live stream for each one of the zodiac signs. If you're looking for zodiac sign specific love reading or career, you can check out those videos. They are on my channel. But this is going to be for the collective in general, okay? It's going to be just for everybody in general on this video. So what spirit wants you to know about love and romance? Thank you, Source Creator, for the collective. What do they have going on for the highest good? What do they need to know? What does spirit want the collective to know around love and romance at this time? Grand Rising Queen. All right, here we go. Reconciliation is the theme around the collective. I know everybody doesn't want to hear this right now, but reconciliation is the theme. And so I think, and I believe, this is my belief system, you don't have to have the same one, but I believe that the full moon eclipse is really going to have people shift and have eclipses of the heart, so to speak, right? Just like the song Eclipse, a total eclipse of the heart. Well, there's going to be a lunar eclipse, okay? It's only seen from like Hawaii or even like South Africa and the UK right now, okay? It's not going to be seen from us in the United States, but we're going to feel the energy of the full moon eclipse. It's called the blood moon, and it's right before the harvest full moon next month. So right before our harvest, moon, autumn equinox energy, there's this reset button or first eclipse that we're going to be experiencing going into autumn, going from summer into fall. And so that's on September 7th. So if you are noticing that you're extra exhausted, tired, sleepy, drained, if you're noticing that other people are feeling that way around you, if you're noticing that you've been staying up really late at night, like till 2 a.m., 3 a.m., you can't go to sleep, you're restless. If you've been feeling like say you're getting like headaches or something like that, it could be that you're picking up on your own energy or other people's energy, because everyone's so sensitive at the time of full moons, and now it's amplified now that we're having an eclipse. So when it comes to love and romance, or when it comes to relationships closest to you, say if this is a platonic relationship around you, like a family member, a friend, a coworker, an employer, there is going to be reconciliation. And the reason being is because people are in their feelings, they're reflecting, they're introspecting, they're tired, they're drained, they don't want to be drained anymore from all of these energies. So they're coming up with solutions. Naturally, their body is in the ebb and flow of let's find a solution, let's find a problem to fix here. Okay, let's find the root to the cause. Okay, so there is this energy of reconciliation from someone who you may have from your past. It doesn't have to be someone in your past. It could be someone who you have history with in your current present moment. And maybe there's something there that's not linking, or it's not matching with your energy, that you guys are off. Like there's something off about the energy. So that's what I'm seeing here, okay? So this is going to be reconciliation with someone platonic or romantic closest to you when it comes to love. Because love, you know, we love our besties, but we also love our boyfriends, right? So there is this energy of that. So there's reconciliation here. There's people wanting to apologize to each other, forgive the past and move forward with their lives, or forgive the past and move forward together. So this is either going to be a together thing or a single thing. It's up to you guys how you digest this information, take this message, take it or leave it, take what resonates, leave the rest. Not everybody's always talking about your ex, okay? Everybody calm down, okay? As a collective, reconciliation is the theme around the full moon eclipse energy. Just keep that in mind. If you can't release and let go of the past, that means that you have some triggers and some things to go through within. All right. And if you're not ready to do that, this full moon eclipse and all the other eclipses during eclipse season from now in February is going to rock your world, especially if you are resisting change, especially if you are resisting release. You have to forgive and move on, you guys. We cannot be in resentment. It is 2025. So there's this energy of we have to challenge ourselves to move forward. And moving forward doesn't mean you have to reconcile with somebody. It just means that you have to follow the calling within to reconcile these things within you. Okay, so you don't have to reach out to the person. You can do it yourself, or you can reach out to the person and do it in person if you want to offer some type of reconciliation of a relationship or to come back together. A lot of this reconciliation is happening within us or within the connections we are currently in or disconnected from. So this is the energy of the full moon eclipse. Keep that in mind, because we're going to have a Mercury retrograde. We're going to have eclipses back to back. The energy is going to get real in the fall and the winter time, and it's teaching us how to get centered, grounded, and it's recalibrating ourselves back into balance during this season, okay? The fall is talking about allowing things to fall away so better things can come together by spring next year. So the fall and the winter will challenge you, will trigger you, will put you in hermit mode, will put other people in hermit mode, will put people in their feelings, releasing, etc. Everything I said, okay? So there's the energy around love is around reconciliation, okay? So this is going to be what spirit wants you to know at this time, okay? It's not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm not going to bring you a cup of tea. This might be a shot of whiskey. A lot of people are not going to want to hear this, but I have to send the collective messages for the spiritual aspect of things, okay? So this is a very woo-woo message. This is very much what spirit wants to tell you, and not just me out here reading love cards, okay? So that's what we're doing here, okay? So that's the energy of the collective. Christina Barrientos is seeing 222 on the clock. So it's 222 somewhere in the world, you guys. It's 1222 over here on the West Coast. So I have that angel number coming through. If you guys resonate with that angel number. Maybe you guys resonate with that angel number. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have this could be the one. This could be the one time that you have to release any type of resentment, fears, doubts, any type of conflicts with other people, any type of guilt within yourself or regrets within yourself. This is a really good time. So this could be the one time that this happened. Okay, so that's what spirit wants to say for the collective. Also, in the same token, if you're looking at love and romance and you want a person back, there is possibility, high probability, high potential for reconciliation, okay? Whether this person is giving you a love offer or that you are giving the love offer. We have here the person could be the one, okay? So for some of you guys, you may be having some, aha moments or epiphanies that, oh, I think my person is the one, or I feel like I might have thought about this in a different light or from a different point of view. I want to change that point of view. When you shift your point of view, that is an eclipse happening in your mind, in your body, in your soul, in your intuition, in your feelings, right? And so there's something here about these shifts happening with the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies on a spiritual level. Okay, you guys? So that is what I'm bringing to the table. That's what Spirit has here on the spread. Let's see what else is here. We have engagement. Hey, Seth, Wendy Lou. We got Pharaoh up in the building. Shout out to the gang. We have here your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So whether you reconcile with somebody who you're in love with, or someone who was platonic closest to you, whether you reconcile and you come back together and you squash the beef, or whether it's, something that you reconcile within yourself and you love that person from a distance and you move on with your life instead. Either way, your love life and the relationships closest to you platonically get better. This card is speaking of engagement. This card is speaking about how you can ascend to a next level of commitment. What does that mean? You go to the next level of relationships closest to you that are better for you, that are more high vibrational, that aren't so negative all the time, that are less toxic and more of like a healing level of like, okay, if we see a toxic trait, we are triggered, we express it, we address it, we heal it. It's like these types of people you're going to be running into, or you're going to be attracting that tribe. We're no longer attracting what no longer serves us, and we're allowing this to fall away. So that's what this energy of the full moon eclipse is talking about, when with what Spirit wants to tell you and guide you to at this time. For a lot of you guys, this will be a love connection coming back together, because this seems like this is the person you believe and they believe are the one. So you guys seem like you're on the same page, because we have here two people engaging with each other. This could be the one right here on the card, two people, as well as reconciliation with these two people. We're seeing 2, 2, and 2. Another angel number reference there, okay? So there is this energy of these things are coming together so other things can fall away. Your patterns, your habits, your behaviors, your toxic traits, substance abuse, anything that you guys are still hanging on to or another person is hanging on to, there is room for reconciliation with a romantic partner. Okay, so we have here, this could be the one, and right underneath the card of this could be the one is give your relationship a chance. This is exactly what someone may be coming towards you with as a love offer, or as a platonic offer of, hey, let's be best friends again, or hey, let's squash this family beef, or hey, let's get along in the workplace, right? There's something here of an eclipse happening, and it's a huge shift, okay? And it's a huge shift in people's moods, energy, and emotions, but first it feels like a crash out. And then it feels like an introspection of, oh, I crashed out. What did that look like? How do I fix this? Oh, I think I want to fix this. And then there's action being taken. It's the total eclipse of the heart, of the mind, of the feelings, of the soul. And so that's what the energy of the collective is being shown here. That's what a lot of the energy of like maybe other readers are talking about here on platforms, especially when it comes to the eclipse. This eclipse is a big one. It's a big deal, and it affects you on a spiritual level. It affects you on a soul level. If you don't feel the effects of it, look around, because it's affecting somebody in your environment, okay? For some of you guys, the eclipse won't affect you because there is nothing to affect you with. And for others of you, the eclipse will affect you and other people, okay? So there's something here about this person, whoever is thinking about you, wants to give a relationship a chance again, okay? Whether that's romantic or platonic. So you might have an apology coming towards you, collective, or you might be feeling as though you want to apologize towards someone, right? And that's okay. We have here, make the effort. Spirit is really wanting you to know, to guide you to make the effort. Now's a good time to make the effort to close things out completely. If you feel like there's unfinished business between you and somebody else, close it out. And maybe you close it out and you have closure and you continue together, or you separate and you go your separate ways. But that's up for you guys to decide. If you need help with that, you can always book a personal reading with me. The link is in the description box below. All right, you guys. So I'm seeing here reconciliation. First card out is always the strongest. So this is the first card out that's kind of crowning the entire spread. It's kind of like the whole theme of this entire message of what Spirit wants you to know. So we have reconciliation. This could be the one you guys are engaging in each other's energy, having conversation, figuring out how to ascend. Are we meant to be around each other, or are we meant to move on from each other? Giving the relationship a chance and making the effort is the highest probability, okay? Is the highest potential here if two people are on the same page and want the same things, okay? So it is going to require conversation. I do feel like two people are going to have to communicate clearly. I'm getting a lot of twos here. There's a lot of pairs here. I don't know if you guys noticed. I'm also seeing here childhood wounds being discussed as adults. See what I'm saying? So there's something here about you guys are discussing a lot of like these wounds that you still may carry as adults. And that's why you're giving the relationship a chance, because you're like, oh, I see you. Oh, I understand you. I understand you. Oh, I could see the child within you as an adult. Like, you ever look at people in your workplace, or maybe like in your family dynamics or your friend groups, and you ever notice their inner child? You ever notice that childlike part of themselves that kind of shines throughout their personality when certain things happen, or when they're at a certain event, or doing their favorite thing, or, you know, dabbling in like something like childlike? There's something about you guys seeing this in other people, and you're going to be understanding why they respond the way they respond, why they act the way they act, why they say the things they say when they say those things, right? You're going to be looking at people like little kids, and you're going to be like, I get you now. You just want to be loved. You want to be hugged. You want to be nurtured. You want to be seen. Oh, you feel like this. You feel like that. This is what you're missing. This is what I can help you with closing out, or evolving, or healing from. And vice versa, they're going to see that within you, because remember, the eclipse that's happening, it's not just the sun coming to the moon, it's the sun and the moon coming together. They're moving together to pass, okay? So they're on the other side of the sky, both meeting at the middle. So there's something here about you are going to be giving and receiving, and so is the other person, right? Crossing paths for a reason, to allow healing to happen, whether you stay together or whether you separate. So there's a reason why there's another crossing of two people coming back together after separation, right? The sun and the moon, the divine masculine to the divine feminine. The moon is the feminine, the sun is the masculine, if you guys are wondering. So that's what's happening in the planetary shifts, and that's what's happening within ourselves and other people. If you're not noticing this in your own life, you're going to witness this outside of you in other people's lives, because you're going to have a bestie tell you what happened. You're going to have a homie be like, yo, this is what went down. And it's going to match that energy of eclipse. So you're going to feel that. You're going to see it. You're going to witness it. Heck, you guys might be experiencing it yourself. All right. So there is this energy here. And this is what Spirit wants you to know about relationships in general. So like I said, it could be love, or it could be something that's not romantic. It's up to you on how you guys see this. And it really is up to time to play out, to see how this translates in your life the next couple of weeks. I feel like this is going to be all of September. So be cognizant and self-aware that this might not just be this week and next week. This might be the rest of September energy before we get into the autumn equinox, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. Let's get some more messages here with this reconciliation. We're going to clarify this energy with a spill the tea card. Yeah, Miss Baddie, you said you don't even see the person and their behavior as a problem. You see they experience, you see what they experienced that made them the way that they are. It is real trippy. Exactly. That's exactly what I was talking about with the childhood card. You start seeing people not as the behavioral problem, but you start to see what they experienced that made them that way. That's exactly the best way to put it. Miss Baddie, thank you for that. Yeah, so that's what that child card is. You're not seeing You're not seeing, and it's not excusing that person's behavior, but you're just understanding why they're like that. And then you get to choose whether you want to be a part of that healing journey or whether you want to, remove yourself and create a healthy boundary. See, there's something here awakening, okay, with this eclipse. You're starting to see from a new perspective, right? That's what the sun and the moon does when it eclipses. It sees from a new perspective each other's planets. The star of the sun. The sun is a star, not really a planet, but the moon starts to see the star, right? The planet starts to see the star and be like, oh, I get it now. I see what that is. I couldn't see it before. It was too dark. Now it's shining. Now it's bright. Now it makes sense. I get it. It's like an aha moment. A lot of people are going to have an epiphany or a lot of epiphanies around a particular person or groups of people. And so some people are going to be letting people go and others are going to come together. Okay. So there is a lot of that happening. What else is here? What's the reconciliation speaking of? Wow. First card out, it says circle of drama. Like I said, you guys could be experiencing this yourselves, or you could be witnessing this outside of yourselves. Circle of drama. So there's a social circle that is full of dramatic changes. You see how this eclipse keeps making a theme? It keeps making a comeback. There's reconciliation when it comes to these circles, these social circles, groups, family members, friends, or a romantic partner with family members or friends or groups that are judgmental or that are creating drama or having triggers or low vibrational, right? There's some type of reconciliation with that. When we talk about reconciliation, we don't talk about coming together again, kumbaya. Sometimes it's not like that. In real life, realistically, reconciliation is just like, I'm going to leave you where you're at and love you from a distance. I forgive you though. I'm going to love you and leave you where you're at. Sometimes reconciliation is just acceptance, right? And other times it is reconciliation. It is coming together physically and staying together. But there's something about the circle of drama that's going to be squashed. The beef is going to be squashed. The energy of whatever this thing is that is creating conflict between you and other people, or you and a particular person, or you and yourself, is coming to light now. So there is some type of dramatic shift here. Everything's wrapping up. Everything's closing out. Everything's starting to make sense like it didn't before. You're like, oh, why did it take me 1.5 years to learn this? Why did it take me two years to learn this about these people? I've been around these people. I've known them for a long time. I don't understand. How am I just now seeing this? It's because of this eclipse energy. Fall and winter will always bring you an aha moment and then throw you into hermit mode, throw you into introspection, throw you into solitude, and reevaluate the connections around you. It's inevitable. We change when the seasons change. We evolve when the seasons evolve. We grow when the seasons grow, right? So if we're going into a season of things falling away and getting colds and things dying off a little and getting closed up and closed out, what do you think is happening with ourselves and others in our relationships to others? Like, there's going to be things that are closing out for better things to come together. And that's the energy every year during every season change. And you may not experience it every time, but you may witness it. So like I said, for some of you guys, you may witness this right now in September, and others of you will be experiencing that. There is going to be a reconciliation of any dramatic changes that are happening. So there's going to be a conclusion, basically, to a group of people, or about a group of people. We have here mixed signals. Anything that was mixed signals is being brought to the table. You can't hide from a traffic light. The eclipse is like a traffic light. Okay? You can't hide from the mixed signals that are about to be revealed to you. When we talk about the full moon, we talk about completion. Every time there's a full moon phase, if you guys don't know or you're not aware of this, most of my gang is, but for you newbies here or people who are not into astrology, or the reason why we have moon phases is because the full moon speaks of completion. It speaks of things coming to light that we haven't seen before. It speaks of closing out and letting go. And when we have an eclipse amplifying that, then that means it's times 10. That means that it's in your face and you can't ignore it. And at that point, there's no one else to blame but you if you keep that energy around, right? Especially if it's not good for you. So it could be a pattern, a habit, a behavior within you that you need to let go of. It could be a substance. It could be a routine that's not for your highest good that you need to let go. Or it could be other people, places, or things that aren't for your highest good. But that's for you to decide. But there's something about whatever the mixed signal was, whatever was mixing a lot of negativity and getting that to stir up within you or stir up in your environment, whatever was unclear and confusing is coming to light. Look at the traffic light. It's coming to light in September. Path unknown is on the other side of mixed signals, and I think that that's really fitting because being on a road, you're going to see traffic lights, right? Being on the path, you're seeing the signs, the warning signs here, right? So it says here, the path ahead in the relationship is uncertain yet hopeful. So Spirit wants you to know right now, yes, the path ahead may be unknown. If you release certain people from your life, or if you accept someone back when reconciling and you come to, each other's good graces, right? And try again, there's this energy of like, yeah, the path is unknown. We don't always have all the answers. But the main thing is that you have hope, you have faith, you have forgiveness, you have a heart. You're not cold, you're not icy, right? You are following your heart, right? And or your intuition too. And there's something beautiful about that because life isn't perfect and love isn't perfect, right? But in saying that doesn't mean you have to settle for less either. So what Spirit wants you to know is just be practical, but also know that you can be spiritual as well. Like you don't have to be one or the other. You could be both. The eclipse is both, right? The divine masculine and the divine feminine is both within us, right? The yin to the yang, when you look at the yin yang symbol, it's in one circle. It's not separated. These two things are yin and yang together. They're like coexisting. So there's something about you could still coexist with the unknown and still be hopeful. You see how that's polar opposites? I don't know where I'm going, but I have hope. I feel like with the mixed signals, you are definitely going to feel uncomfortable, collective. Now, if you're witnessing this outside of you with someone else's situation, you're going to see how uncomfortable how other people feel at this time when it comes to the relationships closest to them or a particular one that they have in mind. The reason why is to get people outside of their comfort zone so they don't stop at a red light, that they keep going. Whether that's to go towards someone or away from someone, that they keep going on this path, that it's okay to be confused. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to just follow a feeling or a thought or your heart or your intuition, right? And so there's something of this energy where it's like a lot of people may be feeling in September really lost or uncertain around you, or you may feel this way. And at the end of the day, Spirit wants you to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's what creates evolution, growth, change. That's what creates wisdom, expansion, new beginnings, right? You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Does that make sense? When we get into our comfort zone, we can't grow. We're used to being there. Just think about a relationship that you were in and you got so comfortable in it and you realized that it got dry and that it got boring and you just wanted to end it and there was no spark. You ever feel like that? I know somebody did. Sometimes people feel like that in work and then they just stay there because they're like, oh, I'm stuck. Instead of finding ways to get uncomfortable, to mix things up, to try something different, to get their partner to do something new, to experience life, to experience their partner or themselves in a new way, right? Or to walk away from that relationship completely because maybe it's not meant to work out. There's something here about Spirit saying, don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of trying something new or creating a new beginning for yourself. Don't be afraid of not having all the answers. So there's something here saying about these relationships that are going to reveal hidden truths. We have hidden truth underneath the path unknown. The path is unknown, but it's going to unhide truths. It's going to unhide these hidden truths. They're going to be revealed. The facts haven't fully been revealed yet, but they will be. And what are you going to do with that truth? Are you going to let go of things and allow them to unfold naturally? Are you going to say, hey, you know what? I know the truth, but I'll let this and leave this to God, source, creator of the universe. It's out of my hands. Or are you going to ignore it? Ignore the truth that you saw the truth. Like purposely ignore it and be like, you know what? I know this person's cheating on me, but I'm going to stay in the connection. You know what? I know that, I don't like working at this workplace and I don't like Becky at the workplace, but I'm going to keep being petty. Because that's what I choose to do. I just want to be a terrible person because I'm miserable. Like, it's these people that are feeling like this. They're going to have a choice. Are they going to release, or are they going to keep up with appearances? Are they going to keep on with the show and put on the act? Or are they going to release this negativity, accept what's being shown, and create change to be better? Giving it to God. You know what? Balls out of my court. I'm just going to give it to God. You know what I'm saying? So there's something here about truths being revealed and what you do with the information that you receive is what Spirit is showing me here. And a lot of this is going to be relationship closest to you, okay? Romantically. But for others of you, this could be platonic. What happens with the collective once the truths are revealed? What happens with the collective once the truths are revealed? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Source, for the highest good. What does Spirit want them to know at this time during this eclipse season? Hi, Angela. Wendy, you said OGB spitting. I ain't a rapper, but don't push me. You said, I can't do stagnant energy. You got to move. Yeah. Yeah. Growth. Genesita. You said it's the bigger picture thinking and seeing. Yeah, facts. Miss V, is 333 over there for you? Shout out to the 333 angel number gang in the building. All right, here we go. All right, what's after the hidden truth being revealed? Whoa, there's a card that fell on the floor. Give me a second. Okay. Well, introspection, reflecting. After a truth is revealed, it's going to rock somebody's world. It's literally going to shake somebody, especially people who have been living in an illusion or in Delulu. People who haven't been seeing the circle of drama around them, people who haven't been seeing how much they've been keeping themselves stuck, people who haven't been really paying attention to the red flags and the mixed signals, they've just been ignoring it. It's literally going to rock their world. Their illusion is going to crumble. It's a tower. It has to happen. To bring back balance, there needs to be something that changes, that shifts, that gets somebody to start thinking internally and reflecting on the past. How did I get here? And who's around me? And how do I feel about myself in these environments or around these people or in this relationship, right? And so then there's something about the truth when it's in front of you. It can't be hidden anymore. You can't ignore it. You can act like it, but it's always going to go back to you being in solitude, thinking about this again. So someone could be thinking about you, or you could be thinking about someone else when it comes to relationships closest to you. And there's this energy of this person muddied in their thoughts now, murky thoughts. Is like, man, I got so many thoughts going on. I'm almost like overstimulated or overwhelmed with like what has been revealed. I can't believe it. Like, it's like a child recognizing and realizing Santa's not real. You see what I'm saying? Santa's not real? Like, that's what it's giving. Yeah, nah, Santa's not real. Adults lie to you. It shifts the perspective. It rocks a child's world. That is exactly what's happening during this eclipse season with relationships. So there's something about reflecting on the past and who can I trust? I almost hear that song, Who Can I Turn To? You remember that song? Who sings that? To heal this empty pain or something like that. What's the lyrics to that? When I need love, who can I run to take this pain away? Or something like that. Escape. When I need love. Yes, it's Escape. Escape. Everybody in the chat. Thank you so much, OGs. Y'all be really like my jukeboxes over there. You be knowing. Y'all be knowing. There's something about someone's energy or world being rocked, their reality not being a reality anymore. It's an illusion. They're starting to recognize, oh shoot, this is an illusion I was keeping myself in with these people, these places, these things, these environments, this substance, this pattern, this behavior I didn't know I had. Like there's something in the collective happening with this, whether you're witnessing it or going through it yourself. There's like a, whoa, I need to sit down. This is making me dizzy. What the heck? Like that's literally this person on the card. Let me look internally and see about this hidden truth that was revealed about me and my environment and my illusion I was keeping myself in. Whoa, that's crazy, right? But that's literally what that is. And then we have the decision card here. That's the lyrics. Thank you, Safi. Who can I run to share this empty space? Who can I run to when I need love? A lot of you guys are going to notice people in loving connections being like, who can I run to share this empty space? Because they're going to be in solitude reflecting, or they already are in solitude reflecting collective if this is someone who you know who you're in separation with. But it could be you or them. Take it how it resonates. We have here, this person is realizing in the card, I need love. I need love. Love is what makes the world go round. I need it. Like, what am I doing? You know, it's this reflection of like, man, I'm lacking in love within myself. So then I'm lacking in love for a particular person or everyone else. Or it's the other way around. They're starting to see, hey, those people are lacking in love for me. And I'm giving more love to those connections than they give for me. It's like this illusion crashing, the tower moment. It's a glass breaking on the floor, shatters everywhere on the floor. And you gotta make sure you get all the pieces up. This person's trying to put all the pieces together after something has shattered. It's their reality that they were in an illusion smacking them in the face. That's what the reality is. That they were an illusion smacking them in the face. So we have here legal matters. Now they're up against decisions. Legal matters speaks of decisions. It also speaks of money. So this could be someone's relationship to money or a workplace. When we talk about doing these love readings, we talk about, relationships in general. So I do believe that this could be around money for some of you or for another person. But there is this energy of decisions, legal matters. There's a decision here that needs to be made. Am I going to, you see what the decision is? Am I going to release? Or am I going to keep up with appearances? I have a choice here. But either way, I have to drift apart from whatever has been shown here. It says the connection between you and someone is fading. The reality of realizing the connection between you and someone else is fading. That's what this person or you collective is thinking about. This could be a relationship between you and an environment, you and a group of people, you and a person. Take it how it resonates. We have here love triangle. For some of you guys, this is around love and romance, and that illusion is fading. It's crashing out. Hidden emotional entanglements, realizing that that's not okay, or I shouldn't settle for that. Some people were okay with that, having a sneaky link, a side piece, or being the side piece, or being the sneaky link. Some people were okay with being in partnerships where the other person was still married. Like there's these things here where it's like, no, I deserve better. What the heck am I doing? It's the illusion shattering, rocking somebody. Yeah, Santa's not real. It's the unfiltered truth. Look, unfiltered truth of the eclipse, testing your limits. The unfiltered truth, testing your limits. Am I going to push towards healing or am I going to pull away from it? because now the lie that's exposed is that I was keeping myself somewhere where I didn't belong. Dang. For some of you guys, this is around family ties. For some of you guys, this is around like foes, enemies, haters, people who wear the mask. You're starting to notice who wears the mask. You're starting to notice if you were wearing the mask kind of too. You know, it takes two people to go to a masquerade, you know what I'm saying? Or to make a masquerade party. So maybe you were pretending not to see it, but you knew it in your heart of hearts and in your intuition. And these people were walking around with the mask on and being like, I know they see it, but they're a good person. They're so nice to me. Collective's so nice. They'll just stick around. Taking advantage of you. You feel me? So there's something about this energy where we got to get to the unfiltered truth. And that is going to be revealed during this full moon eclipse. Okay. The rest of September. Now, this is not going to be for everybody, but this will be for somebody. So that's why I do these readings. Okay. So if you resonate with it or you find that it resonates later, this is going to be your message. You know what I find interesting about these cards? You see the numbers, right? We have 333 here. For some of you guys, you could be between the ages of 30 and 33. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but, you know, maybe those separate numbers have something to do with you. 33 and 333 could be a number that you're seeing a lot, angel number wise. But you're having an epiphany. You're having a coming to Jesus moment. You're realizing like, hey, I think I've been lied to, or I think I've been lying to myself. Sometimes it's us who lie to ourselves. That's what's happening. Making a decision to get out of doubts, worries, anxieties, fears, sleepless nights. Making a decision to get out of negativity, environments or people, negative environments or people. Because it's making you ill on a spiritual level. It's like slowing you down energetically or making you feel tired or drained. It's people draining your energy. These people might be showing up so happy though. These people around you, collective or whatever, they might be people who are like always hakikian. But they have a lot of drama. And then they pull on your energy for advice and guidance and to heal them when they got to do that themselves. And when you do that, guess what you look like? Drained, tired, exhausted, sleeping in. Don't want to talk to nobody. You just want to be in solitude. You want to be left the F alone. And that's not what Spirit wants you to be. Spirit wants you to be, you know, healing and focused on your journey and, you know, still giving back, but not over giving. People pleasing could be a thing for somebody here. Spirit wants you to grow. By you growing, you help other people grow because they look at you as a role model, right? They're motivated and inspired by you. But if you're not growing and they're pulling on your energy and you're just giving, what are you getting back from that? Nothing. You're staying on the same low vibrational frequency that they're on. It's an illusion. For a lot of you guys, you might like to play with these people. I'm seeing circle of drama here. So going back to this card, you might like to play with these people, right? When I say play, what does that mean for adult life? Well, that means like you might want to be around these people a lot. You might want to dabble in whatever they dabble in. You might party a lot. You might drink a lot. You might, go out all the time, right? You like to play. You want to have playtime. But Spirit is saying you want to have playtime during eclipse season. It's not summer anymore, baby. It's time to get serious about our evolution process. If you want to play during eclipse season is going to rock your world. And you're going to be confused at the end. You're going to be like, I don't understand. I thought everybody was just having fun. If you allow this to happen, if you allow ascension and growth and your point of view to shift and to change, and if you allow yourself to be challenged to be able to come up with resolutions on a spiritual level amongst the community that you're involved in or amongst the relationship that you're in with a person, then it's smoother of a transition. The more you play around in the 3D, the more it's harder for you when the 5D things start to happen. It's going to be a harder fall on you. You're really going to be crushed when you find out that Santa isn't real. You see what I'm saying? You're going to be heartbroken. Versus other people who kind of already knew. Versus other people who kind of already knew, like, oh yeah, a lot of this is just the matrix. There's an eclipse happening with people. That's the crazy thing. We have here marriage. For some of you guys, this is going to be in a marriage or someone who's married and you're with. There's reflection and introspection happening and a decision being made about marriages. You see these cards? These are the 4 cards we get. For some of you guys, this has a lot to do with commitments that people are in holy matrimony, but they're not being holy to their matrimony. Does that make sense? So they're going to get rocked. Interestingly enough, we have all 3s here. I can't make this up. This is crazy. I know Spirit wants to send you this message. Whoever's going to come across this is meant to hear this. If you're in the room and it doesn't resonate or you feel like it's not for you, it's okay too. You might need it for later. You might not resonate at all. You could check out my other readings or book a personal. But there's something here about the repeating 3s. We have 33, 31, 30, and we have 3. And you guys saw me pull the cards because they're in the frame. You see how there's 3s repeating? 3s represent ascended masters, right? Buddha, Jesus, Mary, Magdalene. 3s represent also mind, body, and soul, coming into alignment, coming into perfect balance. 3s also represent the 3rd house of Gemini, communication. Spirit is literally trying to communicate with you on what is going on with the relationships around you or what's going on with the relationship internally with you so you can get more healthy and balanced with your environment. It's the 5D and the 3D trying to merge together to give you the answers that you've been seeking for a while or you didn't know you needed the answers to. And so there's an epiphany happening not only with you but with other people. And so we have all of these 3s repeating. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. It's like the Meow 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 Makes commercial. For some of you guys, you may have a cat or seen cat recently. Specifically a black cat. It's a spiritual omen. A lot of people see it as negative, but it's actually really good if you see a black cat during an eclipse. It means the darkness is coming to light. It's like an omen for like, oh, the dark, whatever was done in the dark will be revealed and it's for your highest good. It's happening for you, not to you. So yeah, for some of you guys, this could be a commitment that's in marriage that you might be reevaluating. Now, for others of you, this marriage card, you might be separated from someone who you had a commitment with. You didn't have to be married. Maybe you were just separated from someone you had a commitment with. And so now here comes reconciliation. Some of you in the collective will be reconciling with someone who you used to have a commitment with. Because the hidden truth is being revealed to them. That there were mixed signals here that caused unnecessary confusion. And someone here wants to give it another chance. So they're going to release expectations and these keeping up with appearances and make the decision to come forward to your doorstep, figuratively or literally, because they did a lot of introspection. They did a lot of reflecting. They did a lot of like, oh, I'm the problem. It's me. Taylor Swift, is that you? I'm the problem, it's me. Yeah, this person's having a realization. Oh, maybe I'm the problem. They might be shown this in a dream. And when they are, they're going to want to reconcile, be back into a commitment. So someone's dreaming or thinking about commitment. It almost gives me that Selena song. 'Cause I'm dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight. Guess what? Tomorrow they're going to be holding you tight because it's right here underneath the Oracle card deck. Why are you playing? Tell me my cards are lying. They never lie. You see how it's lined up here? Someone's dreaming about reconciliation, and then when they wake up, they're going to take action towards reconciliation. Renewal in love. This is new love. This is a love connection, a renewal within a connection. Wanting to talk about it. Living room card on the bottom. Wow. Wanting to talk about it. This could be at your crib. This could be on the phone. This could be through text message. Someone's going to reach out. Could happen by September 21st with the 21 here. It could happen in the next 3 weeks since we keep getting repeating threes. 21 breaks down to a 3 as well. Clock that T. We have numerology happening in the room now. So if somebody wants to talk and work on things, here we go. Occupation, work. Someone wants to work on things. What do they want to work on? Well, they want to work on their communication and they want to work on a relationship. How do they want to do that? Well, they want to meet up. They're hoping that you answer. See? For some of you guys, it's you, collective, that you want to go towards someone. You're giving this offer of reconciliation and open communication. For others of you, you're receiving this. You got to know which side you're on. What does your heart tell you? Is this person going to come towards you, or do you feel the inkling to go towards them? That's for you guys to decide. I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you the messages in the card. And Spirit is saying this is what you need to know right now. Now, do you have to reconcile if you don't want to be with this person? No. Do you have to hear them out if you don't want to hear them out? No. You could respectfully decline. You could say, you know what, I think I moved past this, but I wish you the best. That's all it takes. Everybody always want to be triggered and say other things. You don't have to say nothing else. Short, sweet, to the point. Let's keep it pushing. There's no animosity. I just want to move forward. Thank you. Have a great life. You know, we had our moments. Like, it's very simple, but people want to make it complex. It really don't got to be that deep. If this person comes back and triggers you, that means that you still have healing to do from whatever this person did. I'll say that again for the people in the back. If this person comes back and you can't respond respectfully, then that means that this person still triggers you. The experience with them still triggers you. That means that you still have healing yet to do. That means that you still resent or regret. You still have to release. You see what I'm saying? People who come back who we don't F with no more shouldn't even bother us. We should feel unbothered. If we feel bothered, there's a reason. That's how other people know that they still got feelings for somebody. That's friendship. That's friendship. Friend code 101. When you talking to your friends and you're like, dang, I can't believe so-and-so did that to me. And they're like, man, that was like 5 years ago. Why are you still on that? I don't know. That just make me mad. They're like, man, you still got feelings for him, don't you? And you still got feelings for him, don't you? That's friendship code 101. Your friends will call you out on that ish. There's something here about you realizing, collective, or your person realizing that if you guys are triggered by the ex coming back for whatever reason, and that stirs you up and makes you angry inside, Spirit is showing you a part of yourself that still has yet to heal. You still have feelings about that person, whether they're positive feelings or negative feelings. And there still needs to be a release. So maybe you need to work on that, right? Heal that. That could be hindering you from new connections, you know? So that's the message here on a spiritual level, what Spirit wants you to know about love. Let's move on to career. Did everybody like that reading? I liked it. It put in alignment what the eclipse is talking about, the eclipse season. All right. It gave us some insight. It touched on it just a little bit, just enough. I didn't want to go too deep with it because I could talk and ramble and rant forever. But that's the energy of the collective. And I keep hearing people in my chat and seeing people in my chat, you know, in my chat stream for the all sign zodiac sign readings. I always see you guys in the chat saying all these different things like, what is this? What is this? Or you guys are saying similar things that you are experiencing. You guys are all experiencing similar things. I'm like, I'm going to do a collective reading on this. What spirit wants you to know right now with that energy? Because a lot of you guys are looking for answers. Here goes the answers. All right. If you're looking for deeper answers or more details, you could always book a personal reading with me. The link is in the description box below. They're very affordable. If you would like you guys to become a member of the channel, we have a memberships only 10-minute personal reading for each of my members who pay $14.99 a month. Maybe that's something that you want to do. You can join and unjoin at any time. That's available to you. The link is in the description box below for that as well. But if this is not something where you need extra details on and you find that this reading was good enough where it was at, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for your love and your support, okay? Shout out to my new subbies, by the way. Hey, Cass. Hi, Bloom. How you doing? Okay, you guys. So the reading's not over yet. We're going to move on. We're going to move towards career and finances, okay? We're going to timestamp the reading. The timestamps will be available in the comments after the live stream. So we just finished the love portion of the read and what relationships was saying about this eclipse energy and what spirit wants you to know about this energy, okay? Now we're going to go into work, finances, career. Ooh. It might get juicy, you guys. What is that saying? I don't know. We're going to find out. What is it saying? What is the eclipse saying? What is this full moon eclipse season showing us around career, finances, relationship to money, honey? We about to tap in. Clock that T. All right, you guys. This is for all zodiac signs. This is not zodiac sign specific. So if the message resonates, it resonates, it hits. If it's not your message, leave it alone for somebody else to pick up, okay? All right, let's get into my golden oracle card deck. What is the eclipse happening? The eclipse energy. What is this eclipse energy giving? Not happening. Giving. What is this eclipse energy giving to career and finances? Thank you, Queen. We got Queen B sending me that $10 super chat. Thank you for the 10. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's going to go towards my matchas. Send me a matcha, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. We got Bailey. We also have Francesca. You said that was amazing. Thank you so much, Francesca. I'm glad you are grateful for that message and you received it. Some people don't like when I got to keep it real, but you know I'm never going to tell you a lie. I got to keep it real. It's not just for you. It's because I have to do what Spirit is telling me to do. Keep it real. If I don't keep it real, I don't get to have my talent, skills, and abilities that I have. Spirit told me verbatim, literally, said if you don't do this the correct way with love and light and with messages and realness, if you try to do this fake, we will take away your talents, skills, and abilities to do this because we don't want you to be in false light. We want you to be in white light energy. And so I said, okay. So I can't sugarcoat it, you guys. I can't even do it because I will lose what I can do. And I promise you that. God will take away your talent, skills, and abilities and give it to somebody else, especially if you're disobedient. So that's what I feel as though my belief system is with my spirit guides. And that's what I've been told and shown. And I've seen it happen too. I've actually seen it happen. I've seen people lose access to certain things because they do things out of negativity for negative reasons. So just know I'm always going to keep it real. All right, so what do we have here for my career finance collective? Full moon eclipse energy. What is this saying about career, finances, relationship to money, honey? Hi, Tree Nut. You at work right now? Have a great day at work, you guys. Those of you watching at work. Thank you so much. Reflection. Whoa. Ashe. Clock that T. Clock that T, gang. That's what we talked about in the love reading. I told you it's a period of reflection and introspection. It's a period of release. Is this what I want? Is this where I need to be? What is my true talent, skills, and abilities? What am I really doing here? Like, everybody's going through it. You could deny it and say you're not. But at some point during this eclipse season between September and December, because we have eclipses going throughout, right? And then we have 2 Mercury retrogrades. There is going to be a lot of that. Remember, we change when the seasons change. So just think of it that way. When the leaves are falling off the tree, there's things falling away from our life, you know? Even versions of ourselves falling away. We're like, I don't even resonate with that old version of myself. What? I used I used to do that. Nah, I need to stop doing that. I'm gonna be this version of myself instead. I'm gonna be new me who this. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some type of energy of like reflection. I'm telling you, it's the eclipse. We have here, take time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. That's a bar. It says here, knowing what you don't like will show you what you truly love. I'm telling you, your worlds are going to be rocked, okay? And if it's not your world, it's people around you. So if you love where you work and you love what you do, you're going to witness other people in the workplace crashing out because they're realizing, I don't love working here and I don't even love what I do. They're going to end up quitting. They're going to be stepping down from their positions. They're going to stop showing up to work. You know, some of them are just going to, crash out. I don't even effing like you, Karen. Call the cops. Like, people are about to be out here scrapping. Okay? When I tell you that energy is potent right now, I'm not lying to you. This full moon eclipse is not planned with September or none of us. Okay? In some area of our life, whether it's career or love, there will be introspection and reflection and then action being taken. For those who will take the action, because some people just like living in Delulu. And, if you're manifesting, Delulu's great. But if there's something here being shown to you that's a red flag or something that's being shown your life purpose, that's probably not a best idea to stay in aloof. I think you want to be self-aware. I think you want to accept what's being shown because then your life gets a little bit easier. If you resist change, your environment becomes more chaotic. If you just go with the flow of your feelings and what you feel like you should do next and the direction you should step in next and you follow your intuition, then you realize how the universe shows up for you in the same flow. The universe starts to flow opportunities towards you because you're open to receiving. You're open to letting go and receiving what the universe has instead of holding on to what you have and thinking that the universe is on a budget. The universe is not on a budget, baby. If you just let go of that thing or that person that's not serving your highest good, then you can move forward into what is serving your highest good because the universe is going to respond to how you respond. What you put out is what you get back. So if you're holding on and you're like, this is the only money I can make here and this is where I need to be at, then you're going to be miserable for the next 5, 6, 10 years, 8 years. You're going to be like, what the heck? I'm still here. Yep. Decaying, I tell you. You're going to turn into a fossil because you want to hold on tightly to something where you didn't know that if you let that go, there was 3 other opportunities waiting for you. You would have known that though, because you stayed where you were at. Dang. You missed in the train. You got the train ticket to abundance and you missing the whole train, let alone the whole ticket. Reflection. You see what I'm saying? Bailey just said, I quit my second job because it put stress on my body. For an extra $250 a week, it wasn't worth it. Boom. Bailey made the sacrifice. So guess what the universe is going to do? The universe is going to give to Bailey because Bailey is giving to themselves and recognizing, hey, that's not healthy for my mind, body, and soul. Remember, it goes back to that 3. Remember the repeating 3s we got in the love reading portion? Those 3s, mind, body, soul. Spirit is trying to communicate to you. If it's not healthy to your mind, body, soul, then it's not worth keeping. Is it in balance with you and what you desire? Then it's not worth keeping if it's not. It has to be in balance. It has to give to you in a healthy way. It has to provide for you in a healthy way. And yes, it's scary. The path is unknown. Okay, because we are in survival mode. Things are expensive. This 3D realm, we have to make ends meet and we have to make sure we put food on the table. We keep the light bill on. We keep clothes on our body and we still get to do fun things, hopefully, right? Hopefully we get to go on vacations, right? So I get it. And sometimes we need to do what we need to do, but don't get complacent and stuck. Spirit doesn't want you to get stuck. They understand that you need to do what you need to do, but don't get stuck there. Don't settle for less. Settling for less is when you do something that you needed to do, and then you end up getting stuck there. See, you're never stuck. That's the thing. The gag is, you were never stuck to begin with. You're always meant to create. So we have here Bailey saying, I need the extra money, but I noticed my body was rejecting it. Exactly. So what Bailey's going to get from the universe is a blessing because of that. Because Spirit says, oh, you're respecting the vessel I provided for you, right? God, source, creator, the universe, angels, ancestors, Jesus, whoever you believe in, okay? Whatever it is, you have to respect the vessel that is carrying your soul. The only thing that's charging your soul is the spiritual realm and this body. So like, if you don't take care of one or the other, it's going to shut down. It's going to turn off. You have to take care of your body so it can drive the soul, so you can actually live a life. Otherwise, you're going to be in the grave. And that's just facts. And that could be morbid, and that could be exaggerated, and that could be dramatic. But that's literally what it boils down to. So we have here reflection. You're reflecting. The collective looks like they're reflecting. So it could be you, or you can notice this in other people, reflecting on the past to figure out what it is that I really want to do, why it is that I'm here. Can I expand or grow within this place? If I can't expand or grow here, what can I do with what I learned here? Can I expand and grow on my own? Or can I expand and grow somewhere else in a new workplace, right? So there's going to be people starting to realize, oh, I can be an entrepreneur. Or, oh, I can quit this job and move over here. Or, oh, I don't have to be in this position in this department on the 11th floor. I could be on the top floor at the 21st floor in a different office and position. There's going to be moving around because the eclipse is moving in the sky. And so there's this energy where it's hand in hand. So we're receiving a lot of like, I feel like I need to move on from something. I feel like I need to release something. And so then that's happening with work. A lot of you guys walking away from something that's not serving your highest good. It could be a mindset, or it could be a physical, like work related place or person or thing. You guys are going to notice how much you feel, first of all, liberated from the inside out. You just feel like a weight is lifted off your shoulders, but you're also going to be scared at the same time. You're going to be like, oh no, the unknown. But you're going to realize not only those things, because that's a human experience, that's a feeling, that's an emotion. You're going to notice how in your environment, in your new environment, now that you stepped away from whatever it is, you're going to notice how the universe responds to you. You're going to notice like a random opportunity come towards you, or you're going to notice emails in your email inbox that you didn't notice from before. You're going to notice that you feel more confident applying for somewhere new. You're going to notice that you're more talkative, right? And not so mousy and not so quiet or reserved. You're going to notice certain things that shift about you and about your environment and how you approach the universe. You're going to notice how your new outlook on life is and how that responds back to you. A lot of you guys, I just heard Spirit tell me, a lot of them are going to get an opportunity like this because it was waiting on the other side of a decision. Like a lot of you guys will make a decision 1 week and in 2 weeks, boom, have something new. Like it's crazy how quick it is, but for some of you, it's really going to be that quick. It's really going to be that quick. Very interesting. I don't know why they're telling me that. Let's pull more cards to see what comes out. Honest work and innovation. It's okay to have a job that's not very glamorous. Get some experience to help you move up in the future. Success is a process, not a quick fix. Innovation. You will need to come up with a new strategy to keep your plans in motion. Old ways are outdated. Invent, create, and test new ideas. A lot of you guys, you need to just be your authentic self. For a lot of you, or for people around you, take it how it resonates. There's something about once this reflection happens about what you really want, you start doing things, like I said. For example, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? You start doing things that you have to do in order to get to where you want to go, or in order to get a particular set of skills or education. Now, for some of you guys, you already gained all of that. So now it's time to invent. So for some of you, you're in this energy of like success is a process or it's in progress. For others of you, you're already innovating. You're already taking action. You have strategic plans put in place that are new, that aren't like old, outdated ways. Some of you guys, you might have been doing things in an old way or an old fashion or an old mindset. You ever notice, like, I don't know if you've ever worked for a company or a restaurant or hospitality industry, whatever, and you notice how they have a traditional way of doing things, and you work underneath them, and you're like, I don't know why the owner just doesn't do something new. I don't know why they don't just try getting a new POS system. I don't know why is things so outdated here? I don't know why they don't just, you ever notice working for places like that everything's like old, they like it traditional, but it doesn't work? They could get more business if they just kept up with the times, right? You see what I'm saying? So you ever notice that? Spirit, that's kind of what Spirit is telling you, right? When it comes to career and finances, there's something that you've been doing, whether you work for yourself or someone else, that the old ways are outdated. It's time to get with the times. It's time to level up spiritually, emotionally, financially, creatively. You have a particular talent, skill, or ability where you can invent things, you can create things, you could test out new ideas, you could show your intellect in a workplace. You could do these things, but it's like you're either scared or you choose not to, or you play small, and Spirit doesn't want you to play small no more. It's time for you to level up. The old way of being, the old you has already passed. It's the eclipse. The old you is gone. It's about to be gone. This is new collective who this, new you who this. There's a new way of doing things that's going to provide for you more than what you thought. And it's really because you were probably scared. And fear is an illusion that's going to keep you in the same reality over and over again. It's just going to keep you in a cycle of fear, and it's going to keep you in the same place in your life. Okay? So if you want to create change career-wise or financially, you kind of got to be a little fearless, or do it with fear. A lot of people do things and they're successful, and those people who are successful, you look at them as fearless, but they're not actually fearless. They did things with fear until fear didn't become a factor for them. You see what I'm saying? If you train yourself or practice being in the energy of just doing things with fear, instead of allowing fear to hold you back, you'd see actually how far you go. You might not even have like actual fears. You might be scared of a spider, but you're not scared of leaving a workplace. You might be scared of an anthill crawling up your leg. That's creepy. Oh no, But you might not be scared of, you shutting down your business to rebrand it and open it up somewhere else. You're not scared of these massive changes. Like, the fears become smaller instead of grander perspective of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't, your perspective shifts. What other people would consider you should be fearful of, it doesn't become a fear anymore. It's not a factor anymore. So there's something about, if you're in the practice of doing things with fear, then you do become fearless. You do become successful, right? Or if your fear is to fail, you have to fail to learn lessons. You have to make mistakes to know what was right and wrong. I made so many mistakes in my career and in my life in general that if I didn't go through those things, I don't even think I would have the wisdom to dump on y'all in these readings. Because I've been through some ish, right? So it's like, if I just got handed a silver spoon or kept myself safe, You know what I'm saying? Tucked away, safe, always doing things safe, then I'm not learning, I'm not evolving, I'm not growing, I'm not expanding, I'm not becoming wiser. I'm still going to be naive. I'm still going to get myself in in probably bad situations because I didn't have that experience at a young age all the way into adulthood. Like, some of you guys are in these workplaces and you're scared. These workplaces are scaring you to not evolve or to not believe in yourself, not expand, not have confidence. Do you remember the first day you started working at the workplace that you're at and you were so confident? Do you remember what that felt like? Now, how do you feel? Do you feel confident still? For some of you guys, you do because you like working there. But if you don't feel confident anymore and you feel more irritated, bogged down, annoyed, you don't even like it there, you don't like what you do, it's mundane, you don't get paid enough, then there's a problem with that. It's a toxic work environment, but you're too scared to leave it. So who's really the toxic one, you or the work environment? If you're too scared to leave something that's in your face telling you to leave, who's really the toxic one? Because what you allow is what continues. So if you can't leave something, you're in a DV relationship with your workplace. That's what you're in. If we really want to call it out and see it for what it is, that's what you're in. You're in a controlling, emotionally abusive relationship with money and with work because you're not doing anything to expand. You have talent, skills, and abilities, and Spirit said, I want you to invent, create, and test new ideas. Old ways are outdated. You see what I'm saying? It's okay to do things with nerves, a little anxiety, a little fear. It's healthy. But don't allow those things to hold you back and keep you stagnant. It's okay to do things temporarily because you need to. I got to work at Walmart because I just need to make ends meet. That's fine. Don't get stuck there. Expand. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's these things where you guys get so stuck, and this is what you're reflecting on. You're reflecting on, how did I get myself here? Do I still like being here? Is this in alignment to me, or can I do better? Where can I go to add my talent, skills, and abilities to? Where I could be valued in a workplace. Am I being devalued where I'm at? Can I be my own entrepreneur? I don't know. Can I try? Do I have extra money to do that? Can I apply for a loan? Am I courageous and confident too? Courage, bravery, kindness. That's what's required right now with this eclipse. Some of you guys protect yourselves too much, that you don't experience life. You're too busy trying to play it safe. Stop playing it safe. Look at this. Hi, Lucas. Lucas watching from Canada. Shout out to my Canadians. Look at this. It says here, wish come true. It says, your wish is being granted, but it may not come in the way you expected. No worries, though. It is just what you need. You see how when you reflect and do the honest work within yourself, that you're able to invent or create a new idea or a new plan or a new outlook on life, a new perspective, how your wishes come true, how like an opportunity just comes your way because you just made a decision. That's what quantum leaping is. A lot of people ask me, what's a quantum jumping? It's the decision that you make that's different than your routine. And I always show people this. It's like, imagine doing something on a timeline. Every day, you wake up, you do this, da 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 da. It's the same thing, and then you go to bed, right? That's the timeline you do every day. Imagine you da 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 da. Oop! I think I want to do something different today. Let's go play basketball. I've never did it before. I want to learn how to dribble a ball. Let me go take a basketball class. I don't know. It could be anything. I'm just making something up. Boom! You just opened up a portal in the middle of a regular routine timeline boom, you're quantum jumping into a new version of yourself, your interests. You just created a new way to have your wishes come true. You just activated a new timeline of you to meet someone who can give you an opportunity, someone or information you can learn from. You just opened up a portal of like something different to happen in your life. You ever notice in those moments where you're doing the mundane and then you decide to break your routine and do something completely different? And you might be doing it by yourself or with a group of people, I don't know. But you just decide to do something completely different, and how your experience is completely like bizarre. You have a story to tell. You're like, yeah, one time I just woke up and I just decided I wanted to take salsa classes. Mind you, I go to this salsa class and I started seeing angel numbers. Mind you, while I was there, I made like 3 new friends, and I think I got a love interest because I feel like the person I was partnered up with is my vibe. We're going on a date later. That wouldn't have happened to you if you were in the same timeline. Do you hear me? You see what I'm saying? When you open something up and you open up an opportunity for you to break the routine, break the mundane, you realize your old ways of thinking are outdated, and you realize how powerful you are to invent and create your wishes to come true. The universe is meeting you on the other side of a decision. The universe is meeting you on the other side of a portal or that quantum jump into, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to do something different today. I'm just going to do this. You don't know who you're going to meet, what you're going to experience, what kind of opportunity you'll have. And most likely it has something to do with what you're looking for, especially when it comes to career and finances. It's so important to realize how powerful you guys are, collective, because it's not about the woo-woo or the spiritual people. It's about you. It's about knowing your power, knowing that whatever it is that you desire, you can create if you choose it. That's the beauty of being a human, right? A soul having a human experience that gets to choose back their path, that gets to choose the experience they're going to have that day. It's free will. A lot of society will try to control you, your job, your religion. You know what I'm saying? The government. A lot of it will try to control you. But if you remember who you are and remember where the F you came from, then you will create a reality and a life experience where your wishes just come true back to back, because you understand that time is fluid. You understand that you can open up portals and new experiences and timelines just by making a decision to dress different that day, just making a decision to listen to a different kind of music, just making the decision to maybe try something new or hang out with different people, right? You start to realize, oh shoot, I actually have free will. Yeah, you do. So it's time to get going. It's time to get this innovation happening. It's time to get your wheels ticking in your brain. Because time, even though it feels linear, it's fluid. Yeah, time, we get older and we end up dying, right? You know, that's just it. We come into the world alone, we leave alone, right? Yeah, we can look at it like that. We can look at it as linear, but it's actually ever so moving. It's all the time. It's like if you just look at it from not just a linear state and you look at it as like, oh, I can do all these things though. I'm keeping myself on a timeline, but I don't have to be on this one. I could shift and go somewhere else. I can open up a portal, have a whole different experience. When people allow relationships to fall away or come together, they're creating a whole new experience. They're creating a whole new part of their chapter of their life, their journey, and maybe a learning lesson or a blessing attached to it. You don't know, right? But it's something about this where it's showing me in your career and finances that your wishes are inevitable to come true on the other side of you remembering who the F you are. You're a soul living a human experience with free will. And I don't care what all these other things around you that are trying to control you and tell you, that are creating fear to not expand. I don't care what that is. I care about you and you getting to your level of abundance and your highest frequency of you. That's what's really important here. That's what Spirit wants you to know today, especially around career and finances, because we start getting it twisted. We start realizing we're working for the money. You don't have to work for the money. Money is a frequency. You just have to be honest with you, and then the money comes. You see what I'm saying? What do you want to do? What are you good at? Write down the places you could work at, or the positions you could work for, or the companies that you dreamt of working at or working for, or the business that you dreamt of creating for yourself. Write down a new practical plan, because the old way of thinking and the old plans and the old strategies are outdated. Spirit says we need to revisit this because it's new you who it is. Prep doing this now so you're not scrambling in 2026 to do this later. Spirit is saying you don't have to take action now, but yeah, you could plan, you could write down new things, you could have new ideas, you could write down new goals. So by the time 2026 rolls around and we're in the spring equinox, March, April, May, you're already in the energy of, I'm ready to take action. I've written down all the plans. I know what I want to do. And even if things don't go in the order that I want it to, I know that I'm taking action and this action is going to get me somewhere. And that's the attitude. The attitude of confidence, courage, bravery, gentleness with yourself and others and the universe, knowing that everything happens in divine timing. I know what I want, but I'm okay without it. Being in the energy of knowing what you want and being okay without it helps you attract exactly what you want. You ever lose your keys in your house and you're like, I gotta find it, I'm running late, and you can't find them? And then you're like, you know what, I gotta make a coffee before I leave. Let me just go make a coffee real quick and then I'll continue looking for my keys. So you get your coffee ready, you're about to go into the fridge, grab the milk, and boom, the keys are on the shelf in the fridge. And you're like, wow. That's the epiphany or the epitome of knowing what you want, being okay without it, so it comes to you. The keys came to you. Same thing with money. Same thing with the energy of money, okay? The money is going to come to you as soon as you figure out what you want to do and you're okay without knowing how that's going to play out. You're focusing on the present moment. I'm going to focus on what I'm good at, and I'm going to apply myself to these different things. And then the ball is in the universe's court. I'm okay without it or without knowing how it's going to play out. I'm just going to keep doing what I do. And then boom, your wish come true. It comes because you're detached from it, but you're also in the energy of attracting it. It's weird, but that's how the universe works. So whoever caught that, kudos to you. I don't know. For some of you guys, that went over your head. Bottom of the deck says in the flow. It says here, the universe is sending you help. Tap into your inner power. Go deeper to create the purposeful life you really want to have. Oh my God. Yo, that's crazy. Bruh. This reading has to be one of the best ones I've done, in my opinion. Because what the heck? This was on the bottom of the deck the whole time. I didn't see it. I was so focused on this card and these other three that underneath was telling you exactly what I just told you in one card. Didn't even know this was here. A lot of you guys, that's gonna be like a message within a message. Some of you guys are doing something and you don't even know what's on the other side of it. Some of y'all been working so hard on what you're already doing that you don't even know what's on the other side of that hard work. It's going to pay off so hard. It's going to pay off so big, so grand, so hard, so good. Like, you guys don't even know how much the universe is sending you in reinforcements, helps, opportunities, money, expansion, growth. You guys are going to get opportunities. This eclipse, part of it is you realizing your power, but then the other part of it is for those who realize their power and have been working on something. Y'all are the group or the collective who's going to receive. You're going to be the first ones to receive while everyone else is trying to do what you already overcame. So half of the collective, I believe, is awakening to their power, while the other part of the collective has been in their power. Doesn't make one better than the other. It's just saying people are in different chapters of their life. That's life. Such is life. But the collective that has been on their journey for a minute now, bruh, the amount of abundance that's going to be bestowed onto your life. Never forget where you came from, and make sure that you share the knowledge and the wisdom, because what it is that you're learning is not only, hey, if I work really hard, it pays off. You're also learning the spiritual wisdom behind, oh, if I work hard and stay faithful and stay true to myself, how that pays off, how the universe responds. You're also knowing and learning spiritual guidance too. So remember, you could share business wisdom, but you can also share that spiritual wisdom too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shout out to Renaissance Tarot. I like him. But we have that energy, okay? In the flow. The universe is sending you help. Tap into your inner power. I've been talking about that. And go deeper to create. I've been talking about that. The purposeful life you really want to have. That was that whole timeline thing I went through and everything. All in one card. Boom. It was meant for me to say that before you guys saw the card. Clearly. But just the fact that the card's there is the double confirmation. Spirit is literally co-signing what I said. Spirit says, oh yeah, OGB was clocking that. And I just want to let you know, OGB was channeling that. So Spirit's talking they ish. When they show us this card, they talking they ish. Like, yeah, OGB's channeling. The card is just the icing on the cake so you could see it. Look at underneath this card. Look at underneath in the flow. I told you. Look at this. I can't make this up. Now you guys really know I'm channeling, because not only didn't I see this card, which you probably did or didn't believe, now you're going to really believe, because look, the reward. I told you, for those of you who are on this path, you're going to have the biggest abundance and rewards of your life. And when you do, remember to share that business wisdom and knowledge, but to also share the spiritual aspect of itself too, because you're a walking testimony. You see this energy? It says rewards. You are cashing in on all the good work that you have done. Raises, bonuses, and prosperity are coming in. Keep going and keep growing. You see what I'm saying? We locked in, gang. I'm locked into the divine. This is your spiritual message. We're locked in, gang. We locked in. I said it already before these two cards. So that's how you know it's the cosign from Spirit. Spirit says, I'm not talking out of my ASS. Spirit is saying, no, OGB is telling you what we're telling her. And now we get to show you. It's on the cards. Now you can't say that I saw this card or that one, because I didn't. Didn't see it. Channeling. You see how powerful you can be? You guys can channel your own life by listening to your intuition, your own intuition. What do I really want to do? Where do I really want to be? What are my talents, skills, and abilities? Okay. Well, how do I want to implement this in which industry I want to go into? Okay. I want to go into an industry. So say you have a talent and you're like, my talent is painting, right? Let's just say, for example, someone's talent is painting, right? And they're like, I went to school for that. Now what do I do? That's my niche. I know how to paint, draw. I know how to make art, right? Well, they're going to write down a list. Hey, what can I do with art? Well, I like to paint more than I like to draw, so I want to stay in painting. Okay, check. Boom. You made the decision. I want to paint. Cool. Next thing. Next question is, oh, what industry do I want to implement my talent of painting into? Okay, well, let's see. Do you want to paint for a school? Do you want to be a teacher and teach art and painting? Do you want to go into the industry of street art and paint and be a freelancer and have your own business and do street art? Do you want to, so it's like, do you want to be an entrepreneur industry? Do you want to be in the school system industry? Do you want to implement this at maybe like a restaurant? Maybe you're an artist at a restaurant and they have you do like a show or a performance with paint and art. I don't know. It's like some people want to work for a company that showcases their artwork, maybe an art gallery. or a museum, right? Maybe they want to sell their artwork. Maybe they just want to be known for their artwork. Oh, maybe they want to do it online, show off their artwork on a platform. Maybe they want to be an art influencer, an artist, and an influencer. Like, there's different industries. Boom. Okay, well, I want to do it on the platform of YouTube. I want to go on YouTube and paint. Okay. While you're on YouTube and painting, what else can you expand on while you're doing that? Okay, well, we're making videos to paint on YouTube. Boom. Okay, you posted your first video, didn't get that many views, it didn't get that many likes, but, you know, that's the first couple of videos, right? So how can we expand this? Well, since I'm already on one platform, I might as well just do another platform, cross-platform. Okay, then cross-platform. Share the knowledge of, like, hey, I'm on YouTube, but I'm also on this other platform. Reach broader audiences. Start thinking and innovating outside the box. Then that turns into, oh, I want to sell my artwork. Let me get a website for $1 and put my artwork up there and see if somebody bites back and wants to buy it. Boom. Somebody bought their $100 piece of artwork a month in or 2 months in to them posting online. Somebody out there is going to want to see your talent, skill, and ability. Somebody out there is going to appreciate your talent, skill, and ability. Somebody out there is going to value what it is that you bring to the table because it's authentic to you. Do you understand me? So I know I made it very simple, but it really is that simple. Spirit is saying, once you have a thing that you like to do or that you know to do and is calling to you and is the deepest depths of your soul, it's like, yeah, but I feel like I've never gotten rid of this thing. I've always wanted to do this thing. You're going to see that as you try, that might expand and go into different avenues. That might be multiple streams of income at some point for you. Or that might be you working for a workplace or a company and doing their artwork, you know, making, I don't know, vision boards for like their business plan. I don't know. And then you all of a sudden meet somebody else who knows another person who puts you in a position of a high caliber where you could just, you know, sit back and not have to do that much and have your artwork speak for itself or sell itself, or you get paid. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You making money in the background. Like, there's something here about Spirit wants you to reevaluate what you got going on and what you really want to do, because there's so much room for everybody at the top. And I feel like you guys may get discouraged and think that there's not room at the top for everybody, and that's a lie. That's to keep you playing small. That's to keep you in fear-based mindset, poverty mindset. That's to keep you down and out. You see what I'm saying? So Spirit is saying, and I know I probably didn't give the best example because I use the most simplest thing about art and artwork, but it could be anything you want it to do. A doctor, a lawyer, an artist, a performer, an entertainer, whatever you want to do. Whatever's your thing. It ain't my business. It's your business. You see what I'm saying? Whether you want to work for someone else or you want to open up your own thing, you want to be an entrepreneur, that's also your choice. But Spirit says, I didn't create a creator to stay complacent. I created a creator to create. And Spirit is saying, look, listen, if you're in the flow, the universe is going to send you opportunities, help other people that could, like, you know, guide you along the way. You're never going to be alone. So tap in, gang. Tap in, lock into your inner power and go deeper and create the purposeful life you really want to have. Because that's what it leads to. It leads to abundance. It leads to rewards. Look, the card underneath that, it leads to gifts. The gift card says you are uncovering new talents that will land you new work and a better position. You could also get more money with the deal as well. Who's wearing cologne? I just smelled cologne just now, like as if somebody sprayed it just now. Mind you, I'm not even wearing perfume today. My pits are rocking because it's hot in here. No, somebody has cologne on. It's really distinct, or someone's into perfuming or wants to create their own perfume line. Or I smell a scent that is like cologne, specifically masculine cologne. So I don't know if that's double confirmation to someone's talent, skill, and ability. I don't know if that's someone who just sprayed it on and I'm talking to you and you're meant to know I'm talking to you, whether you're in the live stream now or you catch this video later. But yeah, you guys, I just smelled like a big whiff of cologne. There's nobody here. So my clairsentient is going off. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I just smelled your cologne. You sprayed it, or you're into wanting to make a fragrance or something. That's someone's dream or talent or skill. Someone could have lit a candle that maybe smells like cologne. It could be a candle. I just got a whiff. Or maybe someone's shopping at a shopping mall or a store right now and it's about to buy some, testing them out. My clairsentience is going off real crazy because like it's my right nostril that smelled it. I was like, it ain't me. My pits are rocking. Like, it's hot in here and I still need a shower. But yeah, it says you are uncovering new talents that will land you new work in a better position. You could get more money with the deal as well. Rewards. You are cashing in on all of this. Bonus raises and promotions. Yeah, it's on the other side of you going with the flow, collective. That's what I have for you. Y'all are about to have money. On the other side of a decision to reinvent yourself. Or to recognize your power. One or the other. You have to be authentic. And reflect on how long it's taking you to realize this. Because, you know, not to say you're wasting time because time is fluid, but as a human being, yeah, you only got but so much time on this earth as an earthling. So I would say, collective, get to it. Gang, gang. I'm trying to think of what that cologne or that scent smelled like. I'm trying to think. It was definitely a masculine cologne, though. That's the thing. It wasn't a perfume. It was a cologne. So I'm like, is that a metaphor? Or is that really like... Y'all got me looking in my room like, who's in here? Who's in here? Y'all got me looking around thinking I'm not alone in here. Bye. Y'all got me spooked. Spooky season's approaching. I'm trying to think of what it was. I wish I could go to like a mall and like smell all of their colognes and then give you guys like in the comments like which one I smelled, but it was strong. It was one of those that hit your nose. You know when somebody sprays too much or they spray it right in front of your face and then you take a big whiff? It like got stuck in my nose. Trying to describe it. It's like it's like a handsome smell, like a musk handsome smell. It's like, it might have sandalwood in it. I don't know. It just smells like handsome, if that makes sense. So it smells like a person who's suave. Is there a Rico Suave in the chat? It smells suave. Anyways, that doesn't matter. I mean, sometimes my clairsentient goes off and it's for no reason. But if it was for a reason, I was talking to you. So whoever was spraying cologne, buying cologne, or was told that they smell good, that their cologne smelled good today, maybe it was just like metaphorically or figuratively co-signing that this message is for you, whoever's watching. Someone smells handsome. All right, so what do we have here, Spirit? What else do you have to tell the collective around career? Journey and a meeting. Yeah, yep. Look at this. You're on a journey towards meeting someone who's going to give you an opportunity. For some of you guys, you're on a journey towards an interview that you're going to land. You're going to get the job. For some of you guys, you're on the way to your first day at the workplace. For some of you guys, you're on the way towards locking in a deal, business partnership, loan, certification, graduation. You're on the way. For some of you guys, this journey or this travel is you relocating. relocating, moving to a new workplace or a new home. For some of you, this journey or this travel has to do with someone you're going to meet on your path. Once you walk away from a workplace or you make a decision or you change something about what you were doing, you start meeting new people on your path. One particular person is going to have an opportunity for you. You're going to be like, oh yeah, so yeah, I had to leave that workplace. And oh, what did you go to school for? Or like, what did you work for? Oh, well, you know, it was nothing. I was just doing a few marketing things. Oh, marketing. Oh, I actually work for a company. We're looking for a junior executive of marketing. So I don't know what you did, but you can apply for it. I mean, I would put a good word in for you. You never know. You never know, you guys. When I tell you on the other side of a decision, you're traveling towards people whose spirit is sending you help. Spirit is sending you opportunities. Spirit is sending you, oh, the gift on the other side of a decision to move, to make motion in your life, literally or figuratively, right? You're going to meet. For some of you guys, this is a meeting. You're moving up in the workplace. So maybe you guys aren't leaving the company you work for, but for some of you guys, you're getting the promotion and having a meeting about what your new position is going to be, how much you're going to be paid, what your employee benefits are. You got to sign on the dotted line. I agree to this. They're going to present you with a contract. Some of you guys, you're on the way up towards success within the same company you work for, and you're about to have a meeting. HR going to call you into the office with the supervisor or the owner and be like, hey, we want you in this position. It's a level up. It ain't going to nobody else but you. That's the eclipse. The eclipse is bringing in blessings after decisions are made. Mindsets are shifted, or physical decisions are made to get yourself out of certain environments if it's a certain environment. But after that, there's like a blessing here. You're on the way to this. And on the way up, because notice we have here the hot air balloon. The hot air balloon travels up. So you're moving up to the next level, and there's new people or meetings or opportunities that are there. For some of you guys, you're moving up within your own business. This is you gaining more clients and customers because they're talking about the products, goods, the services that you provide, whatever it is that you do, products, goods, or service, whatever it is, they're talking. So those 2 people tell 10 people, those 10 people tell 40 people. Next thing you know, you got a line waiting at your storefront or your storefront online. Everything's sold out. Why? Because these people, you kept moving up and it was a slow burn with your business, but then you get a lucky break and all these people are lined up. That's crazy. That is awesome. You said you got the journey and negotiations a few minutes ago when you pulled your own cards. Druzy, you pulling your own cards over there? That's the card you got? What else is this here? You guys said Givenchy. It might be. That cologne might be Givenchy. Hey, Eric, how you doing? Yeah. Movement, change. Movement, change. This creates movement. You see how it was a slow burn and it goes towards meeting? It's because you guys may have been keeping yourself where you don't need to be, but moving up slowly to this realization that there's other opportunities. You meet these other opportunities and it changes your life very quickly. You see the Chariot? This is moving very quickly. This is a quick change after things being so slow and stagnant. Remember how I said for some of you guys, this blessing happens quickly after a decision is made. This is what this looks like. Things start to move quickly. The 9th is representative of September energy, We also have the number 10 and the number 4. The zodiac signs, if you want me to be zodiac sign specific, I'm getting Scorpio, Cancer, Capricorn. No, I'm sorry, not Scorpio. Capricorn, Sagittarius, Cancer placements I'm getting. You don't have to have that in your chart, but if it is, Jupiter, Mars, rising, or Venus placements, or a sun sign placement you could look at. Tell me more, Spirit, about this. I like this career reading. I'm going to keep pulling cards until you guys get bored. The 4, the 10, and the 9 can mean something else to you if you're seeing repeating 9s, 4s, or 10s. Those are angel numbers that can mean something else to you. 4 speaks of stability, the 4th house of Cancer. 9 speaks of travel. 10 speaks of endings, but also new beginnings, career, finances, financial gain. Yeah, the only card that comes out when I'm asking Spirit, tell me more, is that you're going to have a payday. Collective, when it comes to money, career, finances, this payday is coming in hot. This is how your life changes. Spirit says, I have nothing else to tell the collective except for make the tough decisions and get your ASS moving, because you're moving straight up towards this shmoney, honey. Towards the abundance of your mindset, your spirituality, and also the currency and the frequency of materialistic gain, money. But it requires a change. It requires a sacrifice, letting go of something, or, you know, changing what you do. Your old ways of doing things, strategies, plans are outdated. You need to revisit that in order to look at this from a new set of eyes, a new perspective, a new part of your brain. Different angle. Change your point of view. Yeah, payday's coming, y'all. Whether you work for yourself or someone else, I see a lot of abundance here. Okay? So that is going to be the career portion of the reading, you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap in. Beautiful energy. Beautiful, beautiful. What time did we start this live stream? I was going to do the spiritual message. Do you guys want to hear a spiritual message, or you go with love and career? Let me know in the comments. Do you guys want to hear a spiritual message? Yes or no? Do you want the added spiritual message part of this reading? I have time. Don't worry about me. Just vote if you guys want to do it. Happy birthday, Druzy. Your birthday's coming up on the 9th. Oh, that's for you, baby. Druzy up in the chat. About to have a... You want the spiritual message? Okay. All right, bet. Because that was the plan, but I was like, I did say a lot of spiritual things in the career and love reading, but I don't know if I need a separate spiritual message. If you guys want to hear it, we're going to do it. All right. So everybody in the chat saying yes, we're going to move on to the spiritual portion of the collective reading for what Spirit wants to tell you on a spiritual level. So this might get a little woo-woo. If you thought it was woo-woo then, you guys prepare yourself. It might get a little woo-woo now. Even more. We're going straight up to the 5D. I don't even think I'm going to be talking about anything 3D in the spiritual portion of the read. So prep yourself. All right. But if this is where we depart, make sure you like the video, you subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I do offer personal reading services, past life readings, love readings, career readings, and life purpose readings are all that I offer on my website. So go check it out. Thank you so much for being here. Apologize for the extra noise in the background between my birds and these cars. There's a lot of noise here. Hopefully the audio is picking only me up. All right, let's get it. Let's tap in. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Source, for the highest good. What is the collective reading on a spiritual level? What does Spirit have to say about the spiritual portion of their reading? You guys, I'm going to give you a choice here. Do you guys want to do the Mystic of Magdalene? Or do you guys want to do the one we did before, Beyond Lumeria? Some of my OGs know this one. I'm going to pull it though. Hold on. Okay. I had to get it off my bookshelf. Which one do you want to do? This is going to be Mystic Magdalene. So vote 1 if you want to do this in the chat. Vote 1. Vote 2 if you want to do Beyond Lumeria. Vote 1 or 2. So this is 1. That was 2. Let me know in the comments, you guys. I'm going to let you pick this oracle deck because I picked all the oracle decks before. So I'll let you guys pick these 2 out of these 2. Which one y'all want to do? What you want to vote? I'm going to take a vote and then I'll count the votes. I'm going to let you guys vote for like 10 more seconds and then we're going to count them. So only vote once, you guys, so it's fair. So for those who didn't vote, comment down below a 1, oracle deck 1 or 2 for the spiritual portion of this reading. Trina, you said let that bird speak. She'd be sounding like a semi-automatic. She'd be like, I'd be like, girl, yo, she be wilding. I swear, my bird is. I need to get male birds for my female birds because they need to be preoccupied. Like they can't just be screaming like semi-automatics. Like, I swear to God. All right, here we go. So let me count the votes up. So we have for Oracle card deck 1, we have 4 votes. Oracle card deck 2 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 votes. Okay, so Beyond Lumeria 1. So this is the one that we're going to get into. Okay, you guys. Thank you so much for participating in the votes in the chat. All right. Sometimes I'll be screaming back at her. I do it back at her. And she does it with me, so then we're both loud together. I'm like, I thought she would actually stop. If she screams, I thought she would actually stop. Like if I was mimicking her. I don't scream at her. I like mimic her. I'll be like, walk, 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 walk. And then she's like, walk, 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 walk. And we're doing it together. We look like a bunch of walks together. We look like a bunch of idiots in my living room. We just be staring at each other, doing the same sound. It's funny. I should record that one day and put it on the YouTube shorts here. Y'all will be laughing. Because the way she looks, she gives me the side eye. And then she just like looks at me. And then when I stop, she stops. And then when I start again, she starts again. I'm like, Lord. I thought she would get mad if I was mimicking her. She's like, oh. Two's the crowd. She said, nah, bro. She's communicating. She probably is. She's trying to tell me something. I don't know what she be trying to tell me. She gets like that around the full moon. So if you guys hear my bird a lot, check if there's a full moon. Like I know there's one coming up now. But if you ever hear my bird screaming like that a lot, like constantly, like she's quiet now. Probably because she knows I'm talking about her. But if you hear it constantly over and over and over again and there's no breaks, it's probably because there's a full moon. Because she was doing that. She was doing that the last 4 days, y'all. I don't even think I slept correctly the last 4 days because of her. It's okay, though. I still love my babies. All right, you guys, don't worry. I'm going to timestamp this. It's going to, you know, weed out all the ranting and stuff. So I'll timestamp this in the comments when we started love, career, and the spiritual portion of the reading. So I'm shuffling up my Beyond Lumeria cards for you guys to get the spiritual portion of this reading. If you guys are just now coming in, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It really helps my channel grow. So thank you so much. And don't forget to hype up the video. So if you guys are watching it pre-recorded, when you start watching it pre-recorded, or I'm sorry, yeah, not pre-recorded, post-recorded. So video on demand. If you're watching it and we're not live, hit that hype button. There's a hype me up button on YouTube. So definitely hit that hype button. It really helps the reading circulate. All right, here we go. What do we have here for the collective when it comes to their spiritual message? Thank you so much, Druzy. for that super chat. I forgot to shout you out. I saw it come through, but I didn't even read it. You said happy birthday to all my fellow Virgos, and thank you so much, OGB. You're such a blessing in my life. I've learned so much from you, feeling super blessed. Thank you so much, Druzy. Thank you so much for that. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate that. And happy birthday to you. I hope you have a great birthday season. Celebrate your entire season. You deserve it. Don't just celebrate one day. Celebrate all the days of Virgo season until it's over. That's how I celebrate my birthday. I celebrate my birthday until the season of my birthday season is over. Migdalia, how you doing? We got Queen T up in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. We got Sophie, Crystal, Virgo Mama, Allah is in the building. Jefferson is in the building. Trina is here. Thank you, OGs, for being in the chat. Tebe is here. Druzy. All right, let's get it. What do we have here for the collective on a spiritual level? What's the spiritual message for the collective that Spirit has for them today? Wow. Oh, this is fire. I haven't seen this card yet. This is a new Oracle card deck, so this is one of the ones that I haven't seen yet. You literally get the number 1 card. Out of this entire Oracle deck, of however many cards there are, how many cards are there? 55, I think. You get the 1. You get the 1 out of the entire Oracle deck of, I don't know, 55 cards it looks like. You get the number 1. And it says Earth Star Chakra, initiation. Okay, gang, listen, on a spiritual level, during this full moon eclipse, what Spirit wants you to know right now, collective, is that you're being initiated. Don't that just sound so fire? Yo, you're being activated. You're being initiated. This is like giving, like, you know, I'm in one of them prestigious colleges and they about to initiate me into the Alpha Omega Hega or whatever the heck they called. You know what I'm saying? I've never went to a real college, so I wouldn't know. I went to art school, you guys. But you know what I'm talking about, right? When they have to go through initiation, you're being initiated by Spirit on a spiritual level. So if you feel extra different, you're getting downloads, or you're having vivid dreams, you're lucid dreaming, you feel like you're quantum jumping, you feel like you're astral traveling, or you could have sworn that you had an epiphany or a prophetic vision that's now coming to life or has potential to in the next few weeks. It's like you're being activated on a spiritual soul level. You're being activated and initiated right now into the permission of accessing spiritual knowledge, accessing something phenomenal. Like, it makes me feel like it's a phenomenon. For some of you guys, you never experienced this before. For some of you guys, I'm having FOMO because I feel like I'm going to miss out on certain people in the collective having their first spiritual download and then being like, whoa, this is what this feels like. Like, I'm missing out, and I kind of want to see the collective level up. Like, I'm like, oh shoot. But it's okay, because I don't know everybody in the collective, and I can't be everywhere all at once like that. But comment down below, whether you watch this video later or you're in the live stream now, comment if you are feeling like you're getting crazy, weird spiritual downloads. You're starting to recognize and see certain things. You're starting to have some type of clarity or coming to Jesus moments, or like literally feeling powerful in your mind and in your soul and in your spirit. You're having like an awakening, or the next layer of your awakening. You're like, whoa, this is cool. You're feeling clairvoyant. You're like, all of a sudden I feel psychic. All of a sudden I feel like I see things that I haven't seen before. All of a sudden I can walk into a room and I can literally see everybody who's wearing a mask. Everyone who's not being their real self, I could see now. And these people, I don't even know them. but I feel like they're not on my level. Like, you're starting to see through illusions very easily, effortlessly. It's like you got the gift of sight. We have the eyeball there. So it makes me feel like you guys are getting the gift of sight, like crazy dreams and realizations. Exactly. See, a lot of you guys are saying a shift is happening. You feel like a reset button's happening. Yeah. And for some of you guys, you're seeing like specific angel numbers that call to this awakening or these moments. Like, you're like, okay, like for some of you guys, you probably, for some of you, were in denial of this. For some of you guys, I'm laughing because you're probably like, nah, that can't be it. And like you go weeks with having so much clarity and so much obvious moments of like, this isn't a coincidence, but you rule it off as a coincidence. At some point, collective, I know that you know that a lot of those coincidences were connections to spirit, were connections to the universe, was connections to the cosmos, was connections to your higher self, your soul, body self. You're like, wait a minute. I thought I was just a human. I'm galactic? Like, you're having a whole epiphany. You're like, wait a minute. I thought I was just an earthling. Like, nah, bruh. Sis, clock it. You're the sons and daughters of God's first creator. You are literally divine energy. You are literally divine feminines and divine masculines being activated to remember who the F you are. Every year there's an opportunity to be initiated and activated every year. But maybe every year you miss the train, and that's cool. I guarantee you're not now. For those of you who are in the room right now, you're experiencing one of those things or all of those things that I've said. It's potent. On a collective level, it's not just you, it's a lot of other people experiencing this too. Earth, star, chakra. You are an earthling who is also galactic. You're a star being. And you're noticing in your third eye chakra, your third eye, not the two eyes in your face, your eye in the center of your skull, the cyclops eye that we don't see from our forehead, but we can see through our intuition. We could see through our dreams when our eyes are closed. We could see from a different feeling or a different sensory, right? They told us we have 5 senses, but we got 6. We got the 6th sense. You know what I'm saying? We got that ish like that little boy from that movie had. You feel me? We're like, oh shoot, I'm being initiated for real? I got a 6th sense? I got a 5th sense. You see what I'm saying? You got that third eye awakening and you're like, what the heck? What is this? It's your third eye chakra opening up. It's your awareness and your self-awareness of yourself and others. It's your realization that, you're kind of in a simulation of a matrix. What's the simulation of a matrix? Well, it's just like in lesser terms, because I feel like that word's thrown around so much. In lesser terms, what's the matrix for dummies, right? What's the matrix for dummies? Like if you know the books, right? I'm going to break it down to you. It's just telling you somebody, it's just somebody telling you what to do. And then that's the only thing that you can do and that you're good enough for. That's the matrix for dummies. Does this make sense? It's just someone telling you that this is all you're good at and this is what you do and that's it. And that's as big as you are. You're not nothing else. You're nothing else. Narcissist. That's what the matrix is. It's a narcissist. It's to tell you that you're not good enough and that you're not greater than who you are, and it's to keep you small. And you're realizing who the F you are, what the F you came for. You're realizing that everything that you were taught is not true. And you're like, oh, shiitake mushrooms. The shenanigans are real. The bullish that we've been fed and spoon-fed every day of our life is actually not real. Holy smokes. Santa isn't real. You see what I'm saying? That is what's happening. That's the matrix for dummies, okay? It's an illusion. It's an illusion. Okay? It's telling you one thing so that you don't realize who the F you are. Could you imagine telling somebody all their life, yep, you're worthless, you're not good enough, you could only do this one thing. Oh, by the way, there's a bunch of rules, so you got to stay within this window of rules. There's only 24 hours in a day. Also, yeah, you need to go to bed by a certain time. I don't want you to see too much of the sun, and I also don't want you to be clocked into the moon. Clock into the moon? What do you mean by that? Yeah, there's certain people who have certain things to they have certain superpowers. You don't have those though. You don't have those powers at night. Nope. Yep, and you gotta make sure you watch these certain TV shows to make sure your dreams stay in check. You make sure you spend your money too. You gotta spend a lot of your money. Like, what? What? Could you imagine you telling somebody that? Just imagine someone being told that. Just pull yourself out of yourself for a second and imagine watching someone tell someone that and then seeing how that person grows up. They don't grow up. Physically, they get older, but internally and mentally, they're like, no, we can't do that. Like if you showed them something different, no, we can't do that. That's the devil. No, we can't do that. Nope, that's not good. This is literally like Waterboy. You ever seen Waterboy? Foosball is the devil. You ever see that? That's what this is. She's the Matrix. He's the star being. He's the star. He's the Earth star having a chakra awakening moment. And she says foosball is the devil. This man was the best on the squad. And he was just a water boy because that's all he knew. That's the environment he was in. We're all just water boys and water girls, right? Until we realize we're the mother effing star. You can do it. You know what I'm saying? You can do it. That's what the universe is saying. But we are too busy with Mama Dukes back home talking about foosball is the devil. we playing this small. The collective is being initiated. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is me breaking down the Matrix for dummies and using movie references. Yes, I love to do that because I feel like there's a lot of terminology that's thrown around and very woo-woo like. And, I could do all that if I wanted to. But I know my audience. I know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to people who are just first having a spiritual awakening. I'm talking to people who are just now getting their feet wet in spirituality. I'm talking to people who are just like, oh, well, I want to learn more about astrology and the galaxy. And I want to learn more about these planetary shifts. I know who I'm talking to. You guys are a reflection of the old version of myself. I wish somebody broke it down this way so I can get it. I'm not saying you guys are dumb. I'm just saying that there's better ways to explain this stuff so we can get it. And it can seem fun for us to evolve instead of so serious. Because evolving can be fun too. They always commercialize and make us feel like being stuck is fun. Oh, go to that party, go to the club, listen to the low vibrational music, have mad alcohol, do drugs, yeah. All that. You see what I'm saying? They make making stuck feel fun, but what actually is more fun is evolving and ascending and knowing your power and creating and innovating and having a talent, skill, and ability and being the star of your own life, being the celebrity of your own life instead of following the ones that exist to this day. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be serious or woo-woo or devilish. It could just be you and your personal relationship to God's first creator, the universe, your angels, your ancestors, highest white light energy. It could just be you and your own personal relationship to that. It doesn't have to include everybody and their opinions and their judgment and their setbacks. That's the Matrix. Foosball is the foosball is the devil energy. It's control. And so Spirit is saying, I want you to know today on a collective level, it's not just you, it's everybody else who's being initiated right now. Their third eye is awakening. You see what I'm saying? It's awesome. This is a good thing, right? Your reality shattering to show you that you're an illusion, you're in an illusion is a good thing. It's happening for you, not to you. So when you realize that, you can't go back into those patterns and behaviors. And now you just separated yourself from the group. And now you're a divergent. You remember divergent? You remember when Triss separated herself from the group? She wasn't part of none of the factions. She was born into the factions. And then she chose one of the factions. And then she was like, you know what? I'm divergent. Why do I have to hide this? And yeah, her life got crazy. She was running forever. She was like, oh my God, they're trying to get me. I'm awakening. I'm a divergent. I'm different. She learned about who she really was. That's the collective. You're learning who the F you are. You're a limitless being. You don't have to be factioned. You don't have to be put in a group or a circle. You don't have to fit in that room. Now, granted, if you want to fit in those rooms with those people, then that's your prerogative. But Spirit is trying to tell you that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to tell you, hey, listen, if you want to be divergent, go be divergent, bruh. Says clock it. You feel me? There goes another movie reference. These are really good movies to watch, you guys. They teach you things on a spiritual soul level if you look at it from that angle. So we have here this energy of Earth Star Chakra. Spirit is saying, yo, on a collective level, Spirit wants the collective to know that you're not the only one ascending. Everybody is. And it looks different for everybody. So be gentle with yourself and others during this time. Because this full moon eclipse energy is going to rock people. And for some people, it's going to further confirm them that they're on the right path. Bottom of the deck says gracious receptivity. The 28 breaks down to a 10. So there's an ending for a new beginning. There's an ending of an old way of looking at things or thinking about things or doing things for a new beginning. We have butterflies. We also have hummingbirds on the card. So maybe you've been seeing butterflies or hummingbirds a lot. She has an eyeball on her chest, like on her throat chakra. So her throat chakra is opening as well. She's about to speak her truth. Now that she sees the truth, she's about to speak her truth, live in her truth, walk in her truth, right? On this card. And so that's a representation of you, collective. On a spiritual level, once you see from this point of view, you can't unsee it. And if you try, life gets harder. Because you're trying to fit into rooms and people and groups that you don't belong in anymore because now you know the truth. And if you talk about it to those people who are not ready for that information, then you're just going to look like a conspiracy theorist. You're going to look crazy, or you're going to look like the devil, right? It's just because you have a different way of seeing life, and there's nothing wrong with that. People will make you feel wrong about that, but you have a different way of seeing your own journey, and that's okay. Everybody to each their own. That's your prerogative. They're only judging because they're being judged. They're only judging because they're in control. They're underneath a spell of control. It's all about being judged and then judging others. What you're taught is what you do. So if somebody's judging you, that's what they were taught. So that's what they do. You know how many people have came into my live streams since I've been live streaming for like about 3 years, almost 4 years now, and told me that I'm the devil, I'm a witch. They've told me that repent, Jesus is real, and all these things, like as if I don't know any of this information, like as if I'm just shuffling cards, like I'm dumb, like as if I don't know that all of that stuff is connected in some way, shape, or form. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not part of your religion, and I don't disrespect your religion, so don't disrespect my spirituality. My spirituality came from the lessons of religion. Okay? I'm spiritual, and I have a personal relationship with God's first creator itself, of the highest white light. Correction. But a lot of people come in here naive and ignorant because they're judging, because they were taught to judge. The judgment is control. When you are taught control, you teach control. And then you invite everybody into your control. There is no free thought. There is no free will. There is no free decision making. You can't even think for yourself in a religion. Try thinking for yourself in a tradition, a culture, or religion. Try thinking for yourself. You're going to look cuckoo. You're going to look divergent. They want to factionize you. A lot of you guys are black sheep, you know? A lot of you guys are the ones who are breaking the generational curses. A lot of you guys are breaking the mold on certain religions and starting to be more spiritual. A lot of you guys are going to church and realizing this is a communion of people who are low vibrational, trying to find healing through someone else telling them what to do. You can't find healing like that. That's not even, it's masked in false light. Like you're asking to be supported by someone who you don't even know. And not to talk down about leaders, but some leaders, you don't know what they do behind closed doors. And you got this person telling you what to do with your life. And you're looking for healing through a person who, you see what I'm saying? I will never tell you guys what to do with your life. I will send you the messages and you do with what you want with the information. But these people are telling you what to do. And you're looking up to them. And you don't know what they do behind closed doors. And they're posing as holy people, bro. Sis, clock it. The only way you're going to find the answers is through yourself, through your own research, through within, through your own relationship with your own spirituality and your own energy. Spirit is awakening you to that. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with having a group of people that you feel like you commune with. Make sure you're not being controlled, though. Okay? Make sure it's not masked in control and judgment. There's nothing wrong with getting together a group and sharing experiences and storytelling and lifting each other up. But make sure it's coming from a good place and not a place of control or one-track mind or only our religion is right, everybody else's is wrong. What are you talking about? That's ignorant to think that and to believe that all of this isn't connected. If the soil is connected to the roots are connected to the tree is connected to the leaves. And the leaves give off oxygen. The oxygen's connected to the clouds. The clouds are connected to the precipitation and the rain because the water on earth is connected to the clouds and then it rains. And then the rain is connected to the insects and the insects come out, the worms come out. The worms are connected to the health of the soil to nourish the things that, like everything's connected. What the heck are we talking about? Collective, you're awakening to this, okay? And that's okay to think from that perspective. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be divergent. It's okay to break a generational curse or trauma trigger. It's okay to be different. People always want to tell you, oh, you're different. You're not like us. You're not locked in, gang. No. It's okay to have a new way of thinking. It's okay to believe in something beyond yourself. It's okay to believe in yourself. A lot of these people don't even believe in themselves. They believe in other people telling them how to believe in themselves. What? Bite down on that one. What the heck? You don't even know me. You don't know the people I came from or who even birthed me. When you put more faith and you bet on yourself more than you bet on anybody else, you'll understand, like, hey, there's something wrong with some of these people telling me and others what to do with their life. There's something wrong with that. That doesn't add up. The math ain't mathin'. You feel me? It's the circle of life. Like, everything's connected. Okay, so spirit is having this activation and this awakening happening in the collective. Okay, now this is something that I've realized for myself, and it took me a while. It literally shattered my world, awakening to this realization, because I grew up in a Christian home. I grew up in the church, gospel choir. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just saying that that's not the only way. And that's okay too. But you got people calling other people out and calling them the devil. But that person pointing the finger has 10 pointing back at them. Same as Waterboy's mother. Anybody who calls judgment on someone has 10 forms of judgment that they need to be called out on. Because what the F are you talking about, sir, ma'am? And that's what it boils down to in all areas of your life. It doesn't have to be religion. It could be tradition, culture. It could be family dynamics. It could be friendships. It could be friend groups. It could be in love relationships. Like, the perspectives and the collective is awakening to all of these setbacks or what they've been settling for. And they're realizing, hey, something ain't right. Reevaluating. Mount Shasta. Ooh. I love this card. I love that this card was already coming out. Mount Shasta is a place in California where it's really spiritual. It's really woo-woo. If you ever get a chance to go to Mount Shasta, you'll have a spiritual awakening. You might feel like you have galactic knowledge all of a sudden. You might have a woo-woo dream. You might, this is just like the energy is just potent. It's a sacred land. It's a piece of land that's sacred. It's a sacred space. It's a sacred land. There's a lot of energy there. Okay, spooky spiritual way maybe. But Mount Shasta is one of the cards here. And I liked reading about this card. The author, this is actually her artwork. She was actually in a group of people who I think are Pleiadian starseeds. So if you believe in starseed families, if that's part of your belief system, it doesn't have to be. But this is a story of her. She was in a Pleiadian circle of people who felt like they were connected to a starseed being called the Pleiadians. And so she ended up having a dream and ended up painting this from her dream. It's grid lines. These are grid lines in the sky of like where people are supposed to be in the world, or where people are supposed to awaken within themselves. And she said she didn't know what she was painting here, right? And she realized that, I think a few weeks later or a few months later, when she looked back at this picture and started making this oracle deck, the author of this oracle deck, she realized that what she painted was part of the chakras. So then she put the symbols on the corner, and mind you, this is the Earth card that you guys got first coming out. She put the symbols on the corner of each chakra card. There's 7 chakra cards in this oracle deck. I think there's like 7 or 10. And you guys, the first one out, you got. And what's interesting, the next card out that you get is the actual grid line to this. So this symbol that you see there is somewhere in this grid line. She pulled the chakras and in certain grid lines out and put them on the chakra cards. Only a few cards have this symbol on the corner out of all 50 cards. So there's something to say about this as, and I'm telling you this for a reason, there's something to say about your internal knowing, your galactic knowing, your intuition, your cosmic energy, your star energy, right? Stardust energy as a human. As a human, we do have stardust in our DNA, by the way. But I digress. You can get into that scientifically and look it up on your own, but we are made of stardust. There's something here about this cosmic energy, right? That you know within, like she knew. She knew that she needed to paint this, but she didn't know why. But then she ended up putting it together after the fact and realized that a lot of this grid line was connected to chakra systems. your third eye, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, you know, the chakras that you see within ourselves, right? On maps and stuff where you can map out certain things and you could connect, right? So she didn't realize that a lot of these symbols were symbols of each one. A lot of you guys are going to realize that what I'm learning now, what I'm awakening to now, what I'm realizing now, whatever your realization, whatever your initiation is, whatever the third eye moment that you're having now, you're going to realize how that makes sense later, okay? You're being shown the way internally through either dreams. Like I said, some of you guys are having dreams. You're having profound realizations. Some of you guys are having really deep thoughts. Some of you guys are, you know, being inspired to tell your story or a testimony or something. You don't know why you're moving and bopping and weaving the way you are. And you don't know why certain things are being shown to you. But you know it has meaning, right? There's something to say about later on you're going to be awakened. And that's going to wrap up the biggest puzzle piece of why you had to go through this now, so you can learn and know the answer to what it is that you need to know later. A lot of what you are awakening to and realizing now, you may think you have all the answers to, but you're going to realize later on how that makes more sense next year and the following year and the year after that. It's like this moment, this time is the catalyst for whatever it is that you're going to be going back to in the future. So you're going to be in the future thinking back to this moment and this reading and being like, oh, remember that we had that collective awakening? Remember when that happened back in 2025? Your future self is going to be thinking that. And you're going to be like, that's crazy, because I'm where I'm at right now, not knowing that I would be where I'm at right now and be successful in my spirituality or my career or my lover's connection, whatever you're at then in the future. You're going to be like, I didn't know where I'm at now had a lot to do with this moment that I had back in 2025 in OGB's reading. You could be 3 years out and be thinking about this randomly all of a sudden and being like, where's that reading at that she did in 2025? I remember it was something about collective awakening. I feel like I just went through that not knowing I was going to be here. And now I want to go back and watch it because it makes sense to why I'm here now. You're going to reflect on what you were activated on. You're going to reflect about this initiation. You're going to realize, oh, I did have to leave those people behind, or I did need to start walking in and being more in my truth and authenticity. Oh, I did need to get right with myself and release those patterns, habits, or behaviors. Oh, I was wrapped up in the matrix then, but now I'm not in it right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. So whatever you're initiated about now, years later, you're going to thank yourself later for doing that work, or for having the universe send you those messages and you be open to receiving them, because you got to be open to receiving the message. I can tell somebody all day that, hey, yeah, you got to change that mindset. You got to change that mindset. They're not going to do it until they feel like changing. I can't tell people what to do. They're not going to listen to me. So that's why I don't even try. You see what I'm saying? Spirit says, if you're open to receiving the knowledge, I'll give it to you. Otherwise, I'm not really going to. If you're cool being an illusion, then be an illusion. I can't tell you what to do because you have free will. This is part of your human experience. Remember, we're supposed to have free will, although we don't get shown that every day. You see what I'm saying? Sacral chakras underneath this card. Wow. See? These grid lines, they come from Mount Shasta. Mount Shasta is the highest, knowledge. Sacral chakra, core of creation. You're creating something. A lot of you collective, once this awakening happens, you're going to be creating. You're going to be inventing. You're going to be shifting how you think, what you do. Some of you guys are changing careers. Some of you guys will be changing relationships. Some of you guys are going into the relationships that you exited out of because you weren't awakened, but now you're awakened to that connection. Maybe it's a soulmate connection. There's going to be certain things that the collective is going through. And mind you, people around you, you're going to notice who's going through it around you. You're going to notice that there's third eye awakenings happening. And you're going to be like, whoa, this is crazy. Let me reciprocate this. Let me receive this. Let me figure out what I'm going to do with this knowledge. It don't make sense to me now, but I know that the core of this knowledge leads to creation. It's the root. Sacral chakra. This is the root to not literally the root chakra, but it's the root to you opening up your eyes so you can create. So you could realize like, I have creative freedom. You ever heard that term in a workplace? We're giving you the creative freedom. Those are like music to my ears. Because that means that I don't have to listen to none of y'all. I can create freely. And whatever I come up with, you guys got to accept. Creative freedom. You didn't realize you were in creative control until your third eye opened up and you're like, I have creative freedom. And you're like, oh, snap. Once somebody realizes that, it's a wrap. Once somebody is awakened to their own power, it's a wrap. Bruh. Imagine if you were given a superpower, and once you realize you had a superpower, what you gonna do? Just be like, nah, I don't want to do it no more. You're gonna practice it. You're gonna get better at it. You're gonna be like, oh, snap. Everything's gonna change. But you get to choose to be the hero or the villain. See? Life is a choice. If you're open to receiving, you could choose what you want to do with it. But make sure you do something with it that is of respect for yourself and others. Because if not, you're going to realize how the universe responds to that karmically back to you. If you don't do things with good intent, the universe responds to you with not that great intent. If you do things with integrity, the universe responds to you with integrity. If you do things in the highest white light, the universe is going to respond to you with blessings. That's just how energy works. I don't care what you think the universe is. It could be God, source, creator, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, your higher self, however you want to label it. Energy responds to the energy you put out. What you put out is what you get back. So make sure it's coming from a good place. Because if it's not, best believe you're going to have not a great experience. You might have a short-term abundance, but it won't be everlasting. It won't be long-term. It won't grow. It'll be like you putting a seed in the soil and it sprouted 3 inches and then it died. You ever planted a plant that literally just died after 3 inches getting tall and you're like, I thought I watered it. Did I overwater it? Maybe I overwatered it. Why did it die? It was in the window. Did it get too much sunlight? Like, you start questioning stuff. That's literally what happens when people do things from a bad place. The universe responds and say, hey, you're doing it from a bad place. So it's only temporary win. It's not long term. But if you're doing things from a good place for yourself and others, then, hey, that could be long term. That could be multiple streams of income. That could actually make you famous or a star if that's your goal. Or that could literally give back to your family, right? Now you have generational wealth in all senses of the word. Wealth. What is wealth? Happiness, health, security, balance, laughter. What is wealth? It could be any of those things. You know what I'm saying? It could be materialistic or emotional or spiritual or physical for you. But whatever it is, it's like you'll have more long-term that than you having whatever it is that you thought you were going to have, doing it the opposite way. A lot of people like to take shortcuts. I don't think collective you're awakening to taking a shortcut. I think you're awakening to your power. I believe that you guys are awakening to your power, and I believe that this power is coming from a higher power. Mount Shasta is a very spiritual place, so I think that's a metaphor for like you're getting divine downloads and you don't know why. You're just receiving. Your hands are open to receiving. And then you realize later on why it is that you receive certain knowledge. And it was so that you can create. You can detach from a faction and create, because that's what you were meant to do. And I think that that's like the summary of like what Spirit is saying here. Like, don't forget, you are the core of creation. The Creator created you to create. And I feel like that energy is showing me that a lot of you guys are spiritually awakening to like, if I receive this knowledge, I have to be responsible with what I do with this knowledge. I feel like spiritually, your spirit guides collective, God, source, creator, the universe, is like giving you spiritual knowledge to see what you do with it. Are you going to create something that is abundant for yourself and others? Or are you going to be the villain? We're giving you the option. We're going to give you this. And we're going to see how responsible you are with it. What will you choose? And I really do feel like that free will is really going to, I feel like that gift from the universe and that knowledge from the universe is really going to make you guys feel so special that you're going to naturally want to do something good with that. You're going to naturally be like, damn, I actually want to do good. Because I don't want to lose whatever gift this is. I don't want it to be temporary. How do I do this right? How do I use this right? How do I become responsible with this? You know? There's something being activated. For some of you guys, you're going to be clairvoyant. For others of you, you're going to be clairsentient. For others of you, you're going to be healers, Reiki, herbalists, things like that. For some of you guys, you're going to be new versions of leaders without cults and churches and things like that. You're just going to be people with wisdom. You're going to be more like gurus, the modern day guru, okay? The modern day shaman, you know? Or maybe you'll go into the traditional version. I don't know, to each their own. But there's something here on a spiritual level that you're going to be implementing into an industry, into a niche. And you might think it's so small. You might be like, well, you know, I just create blankets. I crochet blankets, you know, for people who need it. Okay, well, if you're doing that and you're crocheting blankets for people who need it, like your neighbors, guess what Spirit is telling you? You're doing something from a good place. And they might give you an intuitive download to create and crochet blankets for homeless people or for kids that are sick and in the hospital, you know? Blankets for people who lost loved ones, right? You don't know what your frequency of your talent, skill, or ability can give to other people on a spiritual level. And Spirit says, I want to see what you do with this download. I want to see where you go with it. I want to see you see yourself and observe yourself become this version of yourself that you didn't know existed because you were told that you were only crocheting and it's just for, you know, people who need it, like your neighbors. You see what I'm saying? It's like you downplay yourself and think you're insignificant, collective, but you are actually supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You feel me? Clock that T. So Spirit is going to activate a lot of you, collective, and they want to see what you do with it. What do you do with the knowledge? Or what do you do with the talent or the skill? Or what do you do with this spiritual activation if it's on a spiritual woo level? What are you going to do with that? Dang, this is so tea. Lock in, gang, lock in. So the angel numbers I get for your message are repeating 11s. 1111, 111. We also have 1010 here. 333. I also have the number 28 and 37. So for some of you guys, you're in between the age of 28 and 37. Or you're going to get this spiritual activation around that age. If you're approaching that age and you're not that age yet, you're going to have like a spiritual awakening between the age of 28 and 37. Anywhere, anytime, any place, anywhere between that age. For others of you, you're within that age. For others of you, you're older than 37 and you've already gotten this spiritual awakening, and Spirit is awakening you to, hey, remember that spiritual awakening I gave you? What'd you do with it? So Spirit's going to remind you. For some of you guys, your third eye had opened up before and you closed it. It's going to wake up again and say, hey, remember that thing? Spirit's going to remind you. For some of you guys who forgot about it, you got distracted or you ignored it. It's either that you got distracted and you forgot about some type of an epiphany, or the Matrix distracted you. There's so many distractions in the Matrix. It's either that or you deliberately ignored it. You're about to open up that eye again. That eye is about to be like, boop, wide open. And Spirit's going to ask you again. As long as you are an earthling on this earth plane, I am going to remind you of who the F you are and what the F you're capable of. And that is creation. Now, you don't have to create. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. You don't have to create. You could just be a person who, had a family. And you did traditions in the family that are different now than the ones you grew up with. Because now you're just breaking generational chains. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't always have to be about what you're going to do with this talent, skill, or ability, or how you're going to be extraordinary. Some people don't want to do that. Some people just want to be living life. And that's fine too. But what are you going to add to your family dynamic? How are you going to heal that? Are you going to teach them new ways, different ways, profound ways, spiritual ways? What are you doing to change the bloodline so it's better years later after you leave this earthling? You see what I'm saying? That's what Spirit is awakening you to. Because for a lot of you guys, it's different things. And that's why I try to give different examples. I don't want you to get fixated on the examples I've given. But I do want you to see from different perspectives how this can affect you and what you're awakening to with this divine energy. There's something that you're awakening to now that makes sense later as to why you need to have this moment now. And for others of you, you've had this awakening and you're still in the energy of figuring out what to do with it. Figuring out how to close old things out and have closure and ascend and evolve. And I can go on a rant forever. I love talking to you guys. But I think I'm going to wrap it up here. So I think this is all the messages that Spirit wanted to give to you. And I feel good about the messages that came through. So I feel like cycles are closing out. Old versions of you, people, belief systems, things, and new things are coming in. Clarity, awareness, spirituality is being activated. Your own internal power or gifts or abilities or talents. This card is really powerful. Keep looking at it because it keeps looking at me. Look at that eye. This card is very powerful, and this is your initiation. And I feel like, you guys, if this message resonated with you, then it was really for you. It was really for you. This is your message, okay, you guys? So Earth Star, you're an Earth Star being. Remember, you're not just an Earthling. You're an Earth Star, okay? You're the divine feminine and the divine masculine, so embody it. Not everybody's supposed to go where you're going, so if this path is alone, that's okay too. But you're not lonely. Energy's always around you. Remember that. So that's what I have for you guys. Hopefully you guys understood the message. Hopefully I didn't go too much on a long rant on the spiritual portion of the video. Like I said, I will be timestamping love, career, and the spiritual portion of this video in the comments below. It'll be pinned to the top of the comments for this live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the message. And I will see you guys in the next video booking or live stream on one of my platforms. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can. The link is in the description box below. For some of my members, I'm going to see you tonight for 10-minute personal readings, which is exciting. Can't wait to see my members. And I love you guys. I really do. Gang, gang. We out here. Period. We out here. So I'm going to wrap it up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Have a great Friday. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you soon. Ashe. Bye, you guys. Bye, Migdalia. Bye, Druzy. We got Teve. See you, Sandy. Thank you. Thank you for being here and hanging out. Joshi, thank you for being here. Tiff Tiff. Holly. Lani. Lainey. Latricia. Bye, you guys. Tati is up in the building. We got who? Armida? Bye, you guys. Take care. Members is tonight at 5. So in about 2 hours, I'll see you guys. I'll see my members. All right. Bye, Gabriel. Oracle Gang Gang. Latricia. Bye, Jefferson. All right, you guys. See ya. Take care. Ashe.